Wyclef Jean, BKS1 Radio. Let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Hi, this is Melba Moore, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
Yo, check it out. What's the deal? This the chef. Giving a big shout out to my peoples. Big KS, you already know what it is. Salute.
What's up? It's your girl Monifa, and I'm hanging with BKS1 Radio.
Hi, I'm Iyanla Van Zandt, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
BKS Radio, baby.
Hey, this is Jasmine Guy for BKS1 Radio.
What's going on? This is Lamont Rooker, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Shout out to BKS1, the best kept damn secret in the business.
Hey, what's up? This is Raven Goodwin from BET's Being Mary Jane, and shout out to BKS1.
Hi, this is Leon. You're watching BKS1 Radio.
BKS1. God bless y'all.
Good morning. The Man Cave Morning Show. People, let's clap it up. Let's clap it up.
Shit. Good morning.
We are here.
We're starting real early this morning.
I run a professional thing here. All right.
Wake your ass up.
To the Man Cave Morning Show.
The Man Cave Morning Show.
A little before the show escapades here.
I can't.
Do you know she's Puerto Rican?
On BKS1
Do you know
Radio.
she's Puerto Rican?
Oh, she got real Puerto
Do
Rican.
you know she's Puerto Rican? Do you not know this?
The Puerto Rican came out on this one.
Because don't touch me, yo. Like, for
Oh,
real.
wait. Somebody might be like, fire him.
Because I said Puerto Rican.
I'm just saying.
Oh, please.
Latino, Spanish, what's the
Latina,
word?
Latina, Boricua,
Welcome
whatever.
to the Man Cave Morning Show.
Good morning.
Yes, salute, peace, and blessings to everybody, man. We here on this Thursday.
It's the Man
Let's
Cave
clap it up
Morning
Thursday.
Show. Hey.
Almost here for the weekend. Almost here for the
It's the
weekend.
Man Cave Morning Show.
Yes. Let's start it off with the introductions.
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
It's the Man Cave
To
Morning Show.
the left of me. Yes, I got it right this time.
Spicy.
To the left of me. It's the spicy. The sizzling.
The sizzling.
The beautiful.
The aggressive and
The talented.
Passive aggressive.
Hurricane
The
Kiss. Just
beautiful.
clap it up for Hurricane Kiss.
Good morning, y'all. They messing with me early in the morning.
Milton Stronger.
Sitting right next to me.
Hey.
Right in the gray hats.
Hey, Takira Taco Bell.
Dude that gets a little rude,
El Señor.
especially when he's in a bad mood. We call him Deacon William.
Let's get it, Wu-Tang. It's for the children.
Y aquí en el centro de mi vida, el hombre con la gorrita negra con colorador rosa y toda esa
This
mierda.
humbly Storm Norm, the General. Salute to you all.
Good
Peace and
morning,
blessings,
good morning,
man.
fam. Good morning.
Let's get
She
this thing
started off
popping.
extraordinaire. She
Appreciate
said,
y'all.
"Negra."
Shout out to everybody right now
Hey.
watching us live on YouTube.
Yes.
Boom.
Shout out to everybody watching us live on Twitter
Bang.
and Periscope.
Bang.
We apologize for yesterday. Shout out to everybody that's watching us live right now on the mother site, WBKS.com. Salute to everybody watching us live on Ustream.
Bang.
Shout out to everybody watching us live on Facebook, man.
Bang.
Salute to everybody listening to us on what?
The
That
TuneIn
TuneIn app.
Yes.
Bang.
If you don't have it by now, what?
It's free. Download it.
Please.
Hey.
She said free.
It's free.
Hey.
How you say free in Spanish?
Gratis.
Yes, you heard that?
Everybody
she
likes
said.
free-ish, right?
That's right.
Gratis.
We all like
Download that.
free-ish.
Sí,
Download
señoras and señoritas.
Let's get some
We are
FB
some
love.
bilingual-ish today, I see.
Let's get some FB love. Shout out to Chloe. Chloe, what's good?
Chloe.
Denise on the check-in. Rose, Martin, Mays on the check-in. Dimitri.
Yeah.
My man,
up?
Saeed Ali. Dee Graham on the
Ali.
check-in.
D.
Majid, what's up, man?
up?
Shout out to
Majid.
Joyce Berry.
Hi, boo.
Sandy B.
Joyce.
Jay
Berry,
Smooth.
Swale, Jay.
Allegheny
Smooth.
Movie. What's up, bro?
Allegheny.
Danielle. Salute to
Yeah.
everybody checking in, man. And
morning.
as y'all trickle in, good morning. And yeah, we shouldn't have no technical issues today. We ready to fly on this thing.
Nice.
Illuminati off our tails.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. So first and foremost, before we get heavy into the topic and heavy into the show, a lot of things popping this weekend. So let's start off with Saturday. Saturday, Pamela Long from the R&B group Total is shooting her video this weekend for her solo project.
Shout out, sis.
Love you.
In Edison, New Jersey. I posted the address where the video is going to be. It's going to be on and popping. There's going to be some surprise guests there. So if you want to get your face in that video shoot, make sure y'all come. It's for her new single called Ghetto Love.
Pam's World, baby.
Yes. So make sure y'all go check her out. Yes, she is back, and she's gonna come with some heat. So get ready. It's gonna be an awesome video. Also, I'll be out there because there's a block party scene in the video, whatever, and I will be the DJ actually out there.
All right.
And everything. So
BKS
get my
cameo on
the video and being on the ones and twos and everything. So make sure if y'all in the area, come out, man. Y'all see the address posted on my page. So that's one thing that's popping for Saturday. Now, tonight, for those that love film and good movies and support film directors and producers and all of that, it's the premiere for Jersey, the series.
Wrap that up.
Premiere of Jersey, the series. It starts at 7 p.m. Red carpet, everything. Going to be some surprise guests up in there, and it's going to be at the Newark Cityplex. All right, at the Newark Cityplex. All right, shout out to Alonzo Herring, he's the executive producer.
Springfield and Bergen.
Jamal Hall, director. Salucci Wall. That's tonight.
Cityplex 12.
Yes, 7 p.m.
Baby.
Get there early. Get your spot. It's Jersey, the series, brand new series. Again, produced by Alonzo Herring.
Dirty Jersey, Lord have mercy.
So that's what's popping tonight. All right.
Rep
now,
our state.
Real quick, for Sunday, gonna be off the chain. Trust me, if you want to have a good time, nice, classy, beautiful environment on the riverfront. The Riverview Restaurant and Bar presents Classic Grooves, man. Cigar Sunday. On and pop.
Yes, featuring our boy Jay Chosen of The Voice. He's going to be setting it off. He's going to be crooning. He's going to be dropping panties all day.
Yes. We're going to be doing this thing.
It's going to be nice. It's going to be dope. So y'all got to come out and check out. They also have a nice cigar section, you said, where it's nice patio outside.
Yes.
So it's definitely going to be good vibes all day. So if you guys are doing that on Sunday, bring yourself up.
Get your reservations. Yes, going to be in luck. Classic Grooves.
Also hosted by our girl Lioness.
Lioness is
Road for the Wine Glasses Up Show on Wednesdays.
Yes. BKS fam hosting that, and on the ones and twos, of course.
DJ Storm.
I will be on the ones and twos.
DJ Storm Norm.
The General.
Bring in the heat.
DJ Storm.
I'll be on the ones and twos, man. Nothing but classics, nothing but 70s, 80s, and
that's my ball.
You can get reservations too. The food is excellent. They got drink specials, all that. Also, we're gonna be doing special prizes and a special, you know how I do the trivia game, whatever like that. So we're gonna be throwing out some things, but it's definitely gonna be worth it. It's in Burlington, New Jersey, the Riverview Restaurant and Bar, Burlington, New Jersey. That's 219 High Street, Burlington, New Jersey.
3 to 9 people.
The Riverview Restaurant.
All right.
So that's what's popping right now. And
taken care of.
Yeah.
Also.
All right.
Who owns the mic? Who Owns the Mic is coming back again, and that's August 18th.
August 18th. For everybody that's hitting me up asking, can they get down on the open mic situation? If you're not doing anything August 18th, come down to Playfield. It's at 300. Am I right?
301.
301.
Good.
I'm sorry.
301.
Raymond Street, right?
Richmond.
I'm getting it. Richmond. Lord,
Richmond
I'm all
Street.
off. Okay.
301 Richmond Street.
Yes.
The Express Lounge. The Express Sports Lounge. Beautiful spot. Come out, have a good time.
Yes.
It's only $10. Now check this out. If you get your advance ticket and pay the $10, all right, you also get a buffet. You get a buffet included with that. Now for this one, all right, the special guest performers. All right, we're not talking about the open mic contestants, the singers and spoken word artists and comedians. The special guest performers is from that movie, Lean on Me, the group Riff. And when I tell you, they got a hell of a show.
They throw down.
Yes. So come on out, get your ticket. You'll see the link on our pages, and you'll see the post on our pages. Try to get that advance ticket. Trust me, you want that food while you sit there and get your drink.
Yeah, come down and taste Storm Norm's macaroni and cheese.
And watch a hell of a show. So that's what's going on. We wanted to get that out
I personally approve Norm's macaroni and cheese.
Yes, we all do. It's amazing.
I'm just saying.
Salute. Thank you.
All right.
But okay, so now back to the show.
Yes.
Back to the show. And let me just give some more love real quick. Shout out to Jay Smooth. Shout out to Tiffany, Shanae, Patricia Shell Givens, Washington Fred.
Givens? Washington.
We said Demetria and Lisa Kinnick.
Yes.
Salute to you all. Checking in
real quick, I gotta just give a real big birthday shout out to my big sis. She's a little one on the crew, but she's the big one. She's the oldest one, La. I love you, mama. It's your birthday. We're going to turn up all month. Leo season is officially in effect.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, mama.
Y'all Leos are controlling. I love y'all. But we ain't gonna talk about
Leo's in the house.
He would beg to differ.
So now let's
we Aries fight you all the time.
Yes, so the topic the topic of the day. There's a lot going on. So one of the topics is, do you have an emotional side piece?
Emotional side
Do you
piece.
have an emotional side piece?
Wow.
You may do and don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people know they got emotional side pieces.
All right.
And this is a side piece, but with everything except the physical aspect. All right. So we're going to talk about that, and we're going to explain that a little bit later on in the show.
Okay.
But right now, there's some other things going on in the world. So,
Yes.
you know, I'm perusing the news today, right? So I'm just browsing the news. And I hear that these radio hosts, Dennis and Judy got fired. They got fired, and they're very popular in Jersey, whatever like that. And they got fired because they made, again, some type of comment, racist comment.
Oh, wow.
All right. And, so the station, New Jersey 101.5, they suspended them because they made a racist comment about the New Jersey Attorney General. So I'm mixed on this one. I just want to know what y'all think. All right, I'm in the middle on this one. This is real talk.
Okay.
And basically, they called the Attorney General Turban Man because this is the Attorney General, right? So that's him. I'll show y'all a picture of him. That's the New Jersey Attorney General.
What's that, brother? Sikh. He's Sikh. I think that's the Sikh religion, I believe.
Yes, it is.
He's a Sikh. Yes.
It is. And so I'm gonna play y'all what they actually said that caused them to get suspended, and y'all tell me,
okay,
was this something worthy of them getting fired and suspended? Y'all let me know. Let's be honest. Here we go. I'm gonna play the clip.
Well, Hat Man, what should I be the Attorney General? The guy I'm never gonna know his name. I'm just gonna say the guy with the turban.
Okay.
The new Attorney General?
Turban Man.
Yeah, Turban Man. Hey,
Okay.
listen, and if that offends you, then don't wear the Turban Man. I'll remember your name. But Turban Man, is that highly offensive?
To me?
Yeah.
No. To people who wear turbans? Could be.
Could be, but if you called me Baseball Hat Man, and I was in a culture where nobody wore baseball hats,
right,
and they called me Baseball Hat Man, should I be offended?
I know. I would say no.
No. So anyway, the Attorney General, Turban Man, says he's not going to prosecute.
No, he messed up.
Not going to prosecute pot things until September. Like all of a sudden, you got a free pass on pot.
So let's go to it. Let's get to it.
Yeah. They're being very ignorant.
But okay, so I'll start with you, Kiss. Should they have gotten suspended for that? Fired for that?
I mean, to me, I feel like if you have a radio station, if you have any type of platform where you have to talk about people or discuss certain scenarios or whatever the case is, at least learn the person's name. The fact that you know that could be a sensitive issue, that's just like somebody making a joke about I always pronounce it wrong, hijab, what the Muslims wear, whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know somebody's going to be sensitive to that, and they're going to take offense to it. And the fact that you kept on saying it and saying it and saying, oh, I don't know his name. You know his name. All you got to do is look back and Google, do your research and just address him properly. They had to have known that was going to hit home.
Woo.
And they just kept laughing and making jokes. That was ignorant.
Should they gotten fired?
Suspended, yes.
Suspended.
Fired, no.
Yeah.
Suspended,
yes.
Absolutely. Fired, I don't think so. Okay, so as I was listening, it was the dude that wears the turban. Okay, Turban Man. Okay, that's pretty bad, but if you get offended, stop wearing a turban.
Yeah.
Bruh, number one. Number two,
stop it.
You have the unmitigated audacity to make a false equivalency. That's just like saying the guy that wears the hat. You could call. Man, listen.
Yeah,
somebody's religious affiliation. Yeah, you messed up. Yeah. Someone's a religious affiliation trying to compare it to Dawood the fat guy in a baseball cap. That's not the same thing.
Right.
And he is well aware of that. It's very disrespectful. So I think that he got uncomfortable and doubled down the way the president
he
does.
definitely
Instead of
did.
going, yeah, was racist, or, ooh, I just messed up. Instead of saying, yo, you know what just came out of my mouth right now? Let me take that. You could have caught that right there as someone that says a lot of dumb stuff.
So
when it comes out, Norm, that sounded a little racist there, Norm.
So the governor that heard that, Phil Murphy, thinks they should be fired. And look, automatically they said they're suspended, but there's going to be a further investigation. What do they have to investigate?
It's right there, like you just heard it.
Either you're going to keep them on.
Do you think they should be fired?
See, but that's what I was talking about the other day. That people do too much. Like, people F up all the time. People do ignorant shit all day.
you.
They know they're being offensive. They know they're being racist. They know that they're throwing out slurs and whatever the case is. Like, my thing is, like, the audio's right there. You heard it. What do you have to investigate? It's like people try to make excuses and reasons for why people do stuff. Like, you know you effed up.
is
There's
it
nothing to
racist?
investigate.
Listen, we know we all family, but is it racist when I said to you earlier, you being Puerto Rican today?
No, that's not racist. Because it was, first of all, I know that it was in a joking manner.
It's the
and
context.
it's a joke even between me and my people. It's the context. It's
It's
not
of
what
the
you
two
say, it's how
friends.
you say it.
It's
And I know that
contextual.
you would never come at me that way. And even if you did, I have a sense of humor. And even if I've been in a situation where I've been in another room with 1,000 Puerto Ricans, they'd be like, oh, you acting real Puerto Rican today, because we know that we're loud. We know that we could be aggressive and just like, real animated or whatever. I don't take offense to stuff like that. Now, if you say, oh, you spick bitch, whatever, like, it's what you say, then I'm gonna have to punch you in your
Well,
face.
watch this.
I know you wouldn't say that, but what I'm saying is there's a difference in how, in the context and how you say things to people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
If Kiss was on their radio show and those two co-hosts said,
Oh,
you
man.
know you Puerto Ricans get loud.
I would have been snatching wigs.
All right, so we know it's contextual. If they,
You know how a
Kiss
person
just
means
said-
something.
Kiss just
Come on,
said,
man.
yeah, you Puerto Ricans get loud. You know good and daggone well if she was sitting in that studio with those two people, and those two people said that, it would be taken in completely different.
Because you can hear it in their voice that they're being condescending.
You have to go case by case and contextualize.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so let's read the comments, because I see a lot of different comments. Welcome, good morning, Laverne. And did I say good morning to my buddy Dee Dee?
Yes,
good
you
morning.
did.
And Lucretia, good morning. What's up,
Hey,
Lioness?
Mama.
Good morning. We were just talking about the show on Sunday. Okay, so let's go back to Chrissy. Chrissy, what's up? Good morning.
Chris.
She said, yup, it is. If you refer to me to the girl with the weave, I'm going to be mad. The girl with the weave.
Well, nobody can ever say that to a black woman, so
I'm just
it's
saying.
stupid.
Laverne Long said, good morning, just tuning in and was able to still listening to you guys down here in the country. VA rocking, Rocky Mountain VA peeps. Okay.
Big up to Rocky Mountain.
Yes.
He was being super. Oh,
I'm sorry. Where we at? Okay.
Chris, he said he was being super funny, shaking my head.
All right. What's up, Cuzzo Greg? Dee Dee Graham said they were being disrespectful and racist. Got to hold these racists accountable. Trundi, Lucretia said, I say they should be suspended. If they do it again, then yes, they should be fired. Laws need to be set high against disrespect and racism. Okay. Sad to say, privilege never knows their boundaries. Start making an example out of people, just like they did my poor guy Cat.
Oh wow.
Okay. All right. So, at what point do we say, are we overly sensitive? All right, because it's a heck of a climate right now where I could say the wrong thing and I could lose my job. Thank God I work for myself, but
Right.
I could say how I really feel about something.
All right.
So if we're around each other, right?
Go ahead.
I'm saying if we're around each other and I come out my face and I say something like, yo, your weave look extra tight, or your lace front look extra tight. Why do you black women like to do that? Or why do you sisters like to do that? Whatever. Like, am I being racist if I say it?
That's not being racist. I mean, you're being a bit insensitive. I think with most women, especially depending on why, like how women say, you don't know why I got a wig, why I wear a wig. I might have alopecia. I might not be, I have cancer, whatever. They might be a little bit offended or just because on an insensitive side. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But me, you know me, you tell me that like, oh, y'all do it all day. You
Right.
call me pancake lady. I was like, okay, I'm not going to make pancakes today. I'm going to try to do my hair today. Guess what? My pieces aren't extra tight today. Yes, I glued a couple. I don't care. Like it's all good.
So
but everybody's not like me. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't take offense to every little thing.
So black comedians, let's keep it 100.
You gotta really black out on me for me to get sensitive. For
black comedians, Woo, are always making racial jokes. Like that's part of their comedy, right? Making racial jokes. Oh, white people always such now. Black person will such a you know what I'm saying? The cracker would be like this and or the whatever. You know what I'm saying? So here's my point. So we'll laugh at that, right?
Right.
Now, do white people have a right to get mad at black comedians? You know, talking about them and saying cracker and this and that and making fun of them. Do white people have a right to get mad?
Okay. You said a lot, so I want to address the question you just asked and then go back to what we were talking about first. Do white people have a right to get mad about black comedians? No. Get over it. That's number one.
Yeah.
Okay, now check this out about comedy. News flash. Because I'm black, I know that black people are allowed to say things, right? And white people are not, right? Kind of like white people, you know, misjudge us and treat us unfairly. It just is what it is, so stop it with that. Comedy is close to my heart. If a white comedian says it and it's funny, he gets a pass. Now, if you're not an experienced white comedian, Gary Owens is
hilarious.
To me, Gary Owens is completely hilarious and hell of intelligent.
Right.
That's a white guy that can say the N-word.
And he's married to a black woman.
He's married to a black.
What are you saying that's so disrespectful?
So what I'm saying is, I just want to be fair, open, and honest. A white comedian that's good can get away with that. A civilian white person can't. Miss me with that. Now, let me go back to this instance about the people on the radio show. Do I think they should be suspended? Yes. But I work for but fired? Absolutely not.
No,
I don't think so. I think that this climate is going too far. Newsflash, I work for somebody else, right? On Monday, my boss sunned me because I made a mistake. I got mad and couldn't really defend myself because when I get angry, I have a tendency to curse.
Right.
So what happened? I got sunned by my boss. I got mad about it. I didn't defend myself, and it made me look guilty. Well, if you didn't do anything wrong, Dawood, then you should simply. But when I'm angry, when I feel under attack, and I feel like I can't respond, that's Monday. Tuesday, I was stewing. Matter of fact, I'm lying. Let me tell the truth. My coworker said, "Come on, let's go see the boss." I was like, because I was still in my feelings. She goes in, says what she has to say. She leaves. I'm sorry, Dawood. My boss says it to me. Yo, boss, I'm sorry too. So, this idea that people don't make mistakes or misspeak is so hypocritical. The reason that we like to look at this and point fingers is because, glad that's not us. Everybody says dumb stuff. Everybody. Now, to contextualize that, when I listen, the person says something stupid. They caught that they said something stupid, and what did they do? They doubled down. Now, what does that mean? Norm hear gunshots. Norm runs to the gunshot. I hear gunshot. I run away. Everybody has a different response. But stop trying to hold me accountable for every emotional state that I'm in. I say dumb stuff. That's why you got the word I'm sorry. That's why you got the word my bad. Now, I'm not defending racist comments, but you can hear that they got nervous and they doubled down. So, lastly, why should anyone work for anyone else? Why? I guess this climate is going to create all entrepreneurs, right? Because all of us that have jobs are under this constant pressure to be robots, and it's not right. And you know I'm race man and blah blah blah, but it's going too far.
So
it's getting too stressful.
So
just to go to work, you got to stress.
So in America, right? So we have all types of things, right? That is based on second chances. So somebody could commit a crime, they can rob you, whatever like that. They do their time, they come out, and they're supposed to be a productive member in society. So basically, society is supposed to give them a second chance, right?
Yes.
So that America is built like that. You make a mistake and you get a second chance,
or
whatever. So here's my thing with a lot of these things that we're seeing right now on television and people making these comments and like, oh, oh, we got to fire him up. You know, they're going to have the women's rights group after him now. We got to let him go. And, you know, the whole thing is like we're becoming less and less forgiving, or are we becoming less and less tolerant of ignorant and you know, like a racist statement, or and we're just saying, you know what, no room for apology, you effed up, you're out.
Right.
And once you're out, you can't come back. And that's what I'm seeing a lot of right now. I'm seeing it a lot right now. We just had a debate about whether Charlamagne is really going to get fired because there's more and more heat and more pressure.
You said yes. I was like,
and
ooh.
I think eventually he's going to get fired,
I was
because
like, oh my goodness, I hope not.
Viacom's basically going to be like, yo, you out. You know, once they really think about it. And then if a women's rights group, you know, steps to Viacom and they put pressure on advertisers, then that man is out. So this is what I'm saying. Do we have room now to make a mistake? Can we just say now, you know what? I sincerely apologize for what I did, for what I said. I was wrong. I'm asking y'all to forgive me.
Let's, if I may, you saying, look, you're very dense in your conversation this morning. I guess you got a lot on your mind. I gotta rewind the tape back to a couple of things that you said. Now, number one, are we being less sensitive? Yes, we are. But number two, when you're trying to address an issue, like for instance, women that have been getting raped, sexually molested for centuries, or black people that are the victim of racism and aggression and murder and stuff like that, when the tide starts to turn, of course it's going to be heated and hypersensitive and a lot of back and forth when it comes to that. And I'm definitely a proponent of that, because it's kind of like you know the white people in South Africa where the black people were like, you got to get out of here,
right.
And this is what I saw. So what? Let's keep it real. It was like, so what? Where the, you know, they were getting shot and everything, and everybody, and I saw online, it was like, well, yo, you did it to my people for 100 years. Right. So now you got me saying that I don't care about another human being getting shot. You follow what I'm saying? Let's cut all the crap. Let's cut all the crap. But so that's the first thing. The second thing, you are creating an environment at work that is stressing this entire country out. You know, I'm for the little man, I'm for women's rights and everything. But that's another issue. If you want, because Norm, you say so much in the comments that you made are so dense. I gotta try to unpack them, because you hitting on a lot of different things. If you are you need to replace all of us with robots then, because guess what? If my intention is your boss to get rid of you, your ass is got rid of. Period.
Comment that was made years ago. Okay, so when the radio host said nappy head hoes, right? And
let's talk about it.
You know, and he's referencing the female basketball players,
said nappy head hoe,
right?
Yes.
From Rutgers or whatever,
right?
And is he still a radio host?
Of course he is.
Did he get fired?
He got fired and got another gig. Someplace on another network.
All right. So is this the equivalent to nappy head hoes? Turban Man? Turban Man? Turban Man. Remember what she said? No, I'm just saying what she said.
Let me tell you something.
Is that the equivalent?
Yes. It's bad. That when she said when he was like, you know, the guy with the turban, and she was like, Turban Man.
Right.
And then he doubled down. I'm going to say yes for the Turban Man and the double down. Is that all right? If he was just like, you know, the guy with the turban. Now, white people know what they're doing. But if you let it lie right there, I'll let you slide. Right. Even though it's shade. Hey, big black fella. Hey, thug. Right? You know he's shading me.
People know what they do. They know what they do.
You know you shading me.
Listen to you how you change your voice to sound like who?
A white person.
Okay.
So now I'm being racist against reverse racist against white people, and now I'm making. You see what I'm saying? You see how you could do?
But I'm
it's
just
intention.
saying. But see. Here's my whole thing. It's like, you know, like what's the difference between what Iman said when he said nappy head hoes and whatever? So he got fired. You say, right?
He did get fired.
So again, the question, should they get fired? And I heard a lot of y'all say no, they shouldn't get fired. They should just be suspended. If they do something again, then they should get fired.
Go ahead.
For this same thing, I guess, to make examples and to keep making example, maybe they should get fired.
I mean,
I gotta say, I see your point.
I feel like you can't give people too many chances anymore. Like, okay, so they messed up, right? Because a lot of us do feel like they were being disrespectful. A lot of them, I feel like they were being very ignorant and a bit condescending.
And
my thing is like you say something,
comment,
they knew what they
okay.
were doing.
Good morning,
So my
Didi.
whole thing is like how much more are we gonna allow, and how many more chances we have to give people before we say, nah, that was really really racist. If mind you, they weren't even talking about me, and I felt bad for the guy. You get what I'm saying? So. Again, if I'm gonna sit here and talk about somebody, I want to have all my facts straight. I want to know his name. I want to know her name. I want to know. That's why we have bios. That's why we have Google research and we have Wikipedia. So my whole thing is, if they really wanted to speak about this man in a respectful way, you could have mentioned his name, acknowledged him properly. Even if you have a problem, even if you had a problem with the man, okay, Lord Jesus, even if you had a problem with him, say I want to address so and so. I don't like this. Y'all from the giddy up were just ignorant and just turban man and then making jokes. So you know what you're doing.
So I'm sorry.
I don't need that many more examples for me to know.
But they even asked the question too in there. Was that offensive? They knew it was offensive.
I'm sorry to cut you off.
Of course they
Check
did.
this out. This just popped into my head. If we're going to apply the way we get treated, okay, check this out. If I apply the way white people treat black people, they're beyond fired. They should be fired and executed and murdered and buried and everything else. What do I mean? A white person could see me and get triggered and think I have a weapon, call the police and whoop my ass.
You taking it there?
Now watch this. A white person can call the police and say, hey, this other white person has just killed 100 people at the movie theater. Wait, I'm sorry. Not only do they not get their ass whooped, it's like, hey, would you like a donut? And like, did you see the way they arrested the guy that just
killed Nia?
That just killed Nia.
Yeah.
They were like, so watch this, white folks. What goes around comes around. If we were to treat you and to call for you to be treated the way you treated us, there's absolutely nothing to talk about. But because we are a compassionate people, and because we know what it is to be misunderstood, misjudged, and crucified and punished and killed for mistakes, whereas when white people could make mistake after mistake after mistake and their daddy got a whole bunch of money and whatever. So let's be 100. If you want me to treat them the way white people treat black people, fire them. You should have known what you were doing. No. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. And blah, blah. You know how they do us.
Yeah.
So, you're clearly illustrating two different laws. Because if they treat... You follow what I'm saying?
I think you need to add an adjective to that.
What's that?
Say racist white folk.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Racist white folk.
We know that they're on that.
Okay, so... I know not all white people are racist. Stop that. But what I'm saying is... When you see racist white people have a public outcry against black people, they lump all of us together all the time, i.e. black on black crime. Pull your pants up. All of us pull our pants up. All of us are criminals.
Right, exactly.
But when we talk about them, always have to have the caveat of not all white people. We understand.
Let's be better.
But let's be better and let's improve. And let's
not do tit for tat.
But there's my black. There's my black over there. Look, you people. See, they lump us all in one thing, but when we lump them all together, they want to say reverse racism. Right. They want to say you follow what I'm saying? They want to say it's an isolated incident. See, if I were to get on the air and be like, I'm scared of a white male between the age of 20 and 30 because I feel like he's going to mass shoot me at the movies. See, if I say that, then I'm the worst person in the world. Yet they say black on black crime. And you know there are black people that don't understand how ignorant that statement is. That's how ingrained the racism is in the culture. So guess what? The chickens are coming home to roost. The bullcrap logic that you have for killing people, enslaving people, and everything else, in the age of social media and in the age of independent black media, we are now using the tools back again on you. I call that justice, like Malcolm X said.
Okay. On that note, we're going to read a comment. Didi Graham.
Didi Graham says, we have to learn to think before we speak. Amen. They knew what they were going to speak about before the show started. Fix your tongue or suffer the consequences. We say dumb things, but they knew exactly what they said. Exactly.
Okay, I agree.
Exactly.
I agree with that.
Like this, it's just like when we sit here and we prepare for the show.
Go ahead.
We know exactly what we're going to discuss.
Yes.
But what do? And Norm taught me this firsthand from day one. Yo, make sure we have a bio. Make sure you do your research. If you don't, know who this person is,
oh my God,
you get what I'm saying? Like I even,
Norm always
for
yells at
example,
me
I even
about
told Steve Lavelle one time. I said I didn't know who you were before I got to the show, and that was my lack of whatever was going on. I was too consumed. I didn't do my research. You know what I'm saying? But like, you have to know what you're talking about when you're confronting people, especially when you're on a platform like we are. They were ready for that. They knew they were going to disrespect this man.
Norm definitely yells at me for not doing my homework.
Yeah, of course. Like,
absolutely. Like, yo, Woo, do your homework.
Caller from the 404. State your name, where you calling from. You're on the Man Cave Morning Show.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Dee from Atlanta.
Hey.
I didn't really want nothing. I just want to call because since Woo didn't want to say it on that, I said, I'm afraid of white men in their 20s and early teens because I might get mad shot. There you go. I said it for you. Okay.
There you go.
Didn't I say it? I did say it.
No,
so many words. Yeah.
But why are you afraid? Just I'm curious.
There you go.
I know already, but why?
Because he's young, he's white, and the last shooting that I heard about was done by young white men. That was crazy and bought guns.
And the one before that, and the one before that.
Where are you from? Oh, this is a white.
Yeah, turn your radio down in the back.
Gotta turn it down. Just talk to us over the phone.
Yeah, we can't hear.
Oh, I thought I turned it off.
No, turn the show down.
Sorry.
And just talk to us on the phone.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So that's my thing. Like, what really gives you the fear when it comes to young white males?
I mean, honestly, when it comes to young white men, I mean, come on, look. I mean, they committing scams. They scamming folks out of their money. Look at Bernie Madoff. Scammed all these folks out of their money. I mean, on a serious note, I mean, I get what he said. It's the same deal. Why can't we be afraid of young white men because of all the mass shootings? They go crazy. They don't handle their business. They just shoot up school. They get stressed out.
You are prejudiced.
That's what they do.
You are prejudiced, and you are racist against white people. You are prejudiced and racist, and I don't see color.
All right, so I'm gonna hit you with the real.
Thank you very much.
Look, I'm gonna hit you with the real, and look, I know a lot of people gonna be mad. Y'all can inbox me, whatever the case may be. All right, so let's talk about being afraid, right? So I walk into a white neighborhood, okay, and I'm the only black male basically I see on the street, whatever like that. They looking at me funny, whatever like that. Yeah, I get nervous. I fear that. I walk around my hood by the liquor store, and cats hanging on the corner and looking at me sideways, whatever like that, and looking at my pockets and my sneakers and the whole nine. I fear that too. I'm afraid of that too. Mm-hmm. So my whole thing is now I have an increased fear because with walking in the white neighborhood because I know there's a deep hatred for me.
Yes.
I just have a basic fear of walking by the liquor store when I see the brothers hanging out, whatever like that. Because I know they don't hate me, but they probably gonna rob me and try to set me up. And I may catch it. Yeah, and I may catch it and whatever like that. So again,
I mean, I get what you say because I understand. I mean, me growing up the way I grew up. I mean, I grew up as a black albino female in an all-black neighborhood on the west side of Atlanta.
So you caught
it. Trust me, I felt it from both ends.
You caught it.
I caught it on both ends.
That's right.
I caught it.
Got hated
on by everybody. I was too black to be white, but too white to be black. Right. There you go.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and I said all that to say is sometimes when we have these conversations, we have to be fair about it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of time, we got to be fair about it, and we got to be real about it. In the world we live in today. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So when we talk about...
I mean, honestly, I get it. It's true. I get it. Because, I mean, honestly, I'm afraid of any man that I walk by. I ain't gonna even lie. I mean, black, white, whatever. I'm knocking my door. If it's a pack of dudes, I mean, in all honesty, to be transparent, I'm a rape survivor. I was gang raped. So I see a pack of dudes walking down the street. I'm going to either cross the street. If I'm in my car, I'm knocking my door.
Right.
And don't look at my car.
Right.
Because I'm just a nervous Nelly anyway. So I mean,
But you know what? Yeah, I appreciate you as always calling in and sharing that.
Yes.
Because whatever, sometimes whatever we can't say for whatever reasons,
somebody else can.
This is what I love about the callers and people that make comments, because y'all can say it.
Family on the case.
Y'all can say it, and I love when y'all say it. And part of us being good hosts and journalists is knowing how to set the atmosphere for y'all to say the things that we can't really say.
Well, I appreciate the show. I love the show. I'm glad I found it. And you guys have a wonderful day. I'm going to keep listening and make me some breakfast.
All right.
You too, Mama.
All right.
Stay
Thank
blessed.
you. Love you too. Thank you.
You know what? I'd like to just comment on something. Okay. You know, when bad things happen to us as black people, we are very forgiving, right? We are very understanding. Even when we have heated arguments, even if we have a point of view, we'll always put a caveat. For instance, not all white people are, right? So whereas some white people have they wear their ignorance on their sleeve, Confederate flags, nooses, and everything, and they don't put no caveat on nothing. They just gonna say what they gotta say, whatever. If someone comes in and shoots us, first thing we do, let's have a prayer vigil and forgive them. Whereas what I see with them, get them. I want justice. They form posses, lynch mobs, clans, organizations, you know what I mean, right-wing politics for low-key shade and low-key racism, right? So, check this out. If the lynch mob mentality that you've been projecting for hundreds of years now comes to get you, what do you want me to say about it?
Right.
My compassion is the reason that I'm not completely insane with how insulted I am and what I have to endure as a black man. People tell me, they tell me what to feel. They tell me I should not feel it. They tell me I'm a reverse racist. They ask me, they disrespect me and tell me not to get angry. They come into my community and kill my children and say don't get angry. They tell me to pray. They tell me to do everything. Yet when they get mad, they lose their minds over a freaking flag. When I'm talking about my life, they raise money for stupid stuff. When I'm trying to raise money to bury my own, but then tell me don't get emotional. So look, I am for the paradigm shift and the nuanced conversation. We always listen as black and brown people and the so-called minorities in this country until 2045, which will be the majority. We always give caveats, benefits of the doubt, no, not always, but some of them who are in power and in the media paint us with the brush. Look, the crack epidemic, black on black crime, criminalization of addiction, right? Now they getting addicted, now they want treatment. We've been screaming about it for years and years and years and years. Look, now they want prison reform because they going to prison. You better talk to yourself. What you talking to me for? Talk to you. This is the environment that you created. I'm just commenting on it.
But okay, so we commented on it, and you said your piece, and a lot of times I'm not even playing devil's advocate, but I'm just looking at it for what it is. When we talk about certain things like this, all right. So you're very proud, right? And I ain't trying to be funny, but you're very proud of your race, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Right? No.
I need to hear the rest of the argument.
No, but hear me. So you're very respectful of African Americans.
Go ahead.
Right? Yes?
Yes.
All right. Tomorrow, 10 o'clock, show starts. I want you to be on time. Do it for me.
No problem. No problem.
You see what I hit you with, though?
Of course
but
I see.
Listen, and that's a base. This is a basic thing, and I'm gonna switch it to something else. But what I'm saying is, a lot of times we preach a lot of things. Preaching certain things and actually living it is two different things. And my whole thing is, I want to start becoming what we preach about. You know, I want to start becoming the things that we talk about when it comes to uplifting our people and all this. And a lot of times we pro this and pro that, but how we treat each other speaks totally different volumes. And this is where I want to get to, because, bro, it's like I see it on both ends. We know what the problem is, right? So if we're so tired of being mistreated by the other man, then we have to start creating our own. So even to talk about some of Farrakhan's ideology, when he talk about we got to get our own businesses, our own farms. We got to get our own land. We got to get our own this. We got to get our own that. Whatever like that. This is true. We really know what the answer is a lot of time. We know what the answer is already. But are we actually making steps towards that answer? So we have to get our own. We talk about the media and how they change the narrative on things and how they do things. So what we got to do? We got to create our own media. We talk about the healthcare system and this and this and that. There are African American doctors.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
African American banks or whatever like that. More things we need to be supporting and go back to that Black Wall Street mentality, right? But we don't do it because you know why? Because soon as one of us gets ahead, another one of us tries to block them, and then another one tries to block them or whatever like that. Yo, we have such the crabs in the barrel mentality that we can never get to that point. But you know, we'll complain about the same problem over and over. So I'm at a point where I'm tired of it. So if we speak in power to the people, then treat your people a little bit better. That's all I'm saying. We got to treat each other a little bit better.
Okay,
that's my stance.
I gotta retort to that. I absolutely 1000% agree with you, right? And I do put my money where my mouth is in terms of what I do and what I say. What I'm not going to allow to, and I'm for Black empowerment, and I've been critical of the people. What I'm not going to let happen is the conversation to shift. I.e., if we're on the Man Cave Morning Show, we start talking about an issue about women, the first thing women do is call up and go, men. Am I right or am I wrong?
No, you're right.
What I'm not going to let happen is when we talk about these sensitive issues, for me to go, you two. If that is the case, and if that is the standard, no one has a right to comment or speak about nobody or nothing at ever, never, because all of us are hypocritical. All of us mess up. That is not the same thing as self-improvement, self-motivation. I'm on the station itself and the microphone that I'm speaking of on is a product of that. I put my time in here because I believe that. So I'm not going to get to, not saying you, but I'm saying the way it's skewed.
I'm just using an example.
I know, but it's the way they wickedly get us off topic. Meaning, if I got you dead to rights on a thing, you not taking me to something else. Oh, we talking about this. Because you know why? Because when they talk about me and mine, they don't want to hear nothing. If they got an idea or a feeling, I could lose my life. But you uncomfortable because intellectually I make you feel uncomfortable? What I ever stopped you from doing? Only thing I ever did was make you uncomfortable. I ain't never prevented you from going nowhere. I ain't never shot you, right? I ain't never closed your school down. I ain't never gerrymandered no elections or none of that. So you mean to tell me the idea of a thought you want to shut down? That's what I'm saying. And I see your devil's advocacy. But listen, we got to really, that's why I love the show. Because we got to start taking this stuff apart. Yo, if we going to start talking about hypocrites, let's talk about all at them, us, you, and me.
It's a lot of it. But, you know, the realization to it is that, you know, I mean, and again, I am playing devil's advocate to an extent. But, you know, racism is alive and it's real, and it's an issue we're always going to talk about because we live it every day.
Right.
And think about it. You know, our next story that we're going to talk about before we get to the topic is another issue of racism. And I don't know if y'all heard. So here's the next thing. So, you know, we got the Becky chick and we got all these other things. A Wells Fargo employee calls cops on a 78-year-old black woman after refusing to cash her check. So I'm going to say that again. A Wells Fargo employee calls the cops on a 78-year-old black woman after refusing to cash her check. Now, this just happened. And let's read the story to the peoples.
An elderly Florida woman has filed a lawsuit accusing Wells Fargo of discrimination after bank employees called the police on her for simply trying to cash a check. According to the Miami News Times, Barbara Carroll, a 78-year-old black woman who holds a PhD, attempted to cash a check in Fort Lauderdale, Florida on November 28, 2017. Carroll says she provided her driver's license and a passport How many black people got passports other than Norm and Kiss? To a teller at the Victoria Park branch of an upscale neighborhood.
Next. Have to add sound. My bad.
Okay. The teller, a white woman, took the identification and told Carol to have a seat in the bank lobby because there was a problem. After Carol waited for approximately 30 minutes, she asked to see a manager who unsurprisingly also turned out to be a white woman. The manager, according to Carol, asked her what she did for money, refused to cash the check, and wouldn't return Carol's identification, informing Carol that she had called the cops. Carol sat down and waited for the police officer to arrive, but when they took too long, she decided to call 911 herself. When the cops arrived, almost 2 hours after Carol first arrived at the bank, the officers checked her ID and informed the bank employees that the license was in fact valid. The National Bank of Becky finally cashed the check without even offering an apology, and Carol left angry and humiliated. I felt very embarrassed. I felt belittled. I can't tell you the emotions I felt, said Carol, a former bank teller and probation officer. Things that we being black people, things that we feel are sometimes brushed over like, oh, she was just doing her job.
No. No.
Okay.
First of all.
All right, let's get it.
Hold up. So I come into a bank to cash my check, and apparently because I'm black or whatever race I happen to be, what bank teller ever asked somebody, what do you do for money? So because she's black, there was no way in hell that her check could have been valid to the point that you have to call the cops, you have to go through all this stuff to check my ID and do all this stuff. I have a check. I feel like, Martin, you ain't co-check? Check them, bitch. Like, yo, cash my check. What the fuck are you talking about? Because, like, are you serious? That alone would have insulted me. Yeah, what do you do for money?
We're insulted all
She's
the time.
78 years old and
That's
she's
part of
black,
being
so
black.
what? She Medea now? She's
So
a strip?
she's suing. She's suing.
She needs to sue the hell out of that
Wells
damn bank. Are
Fargo.
you serious right now?
Wells Fargo.
Yo.
Now, but here's the
I
kicker.
can't even
Here's the
feel.
kicker. So
I can't.
So,
I'm over it.
like so many other cases that happen similar that we talked about before.
Yes.
Like it was a CBS and the guy got fired and whatever like that. So they're not firing us. What Wells Fargo is justifying the teller's behavior because they say this is how they are trained. This is what they are trained to do. So they're saying it wasn't a racial thing.
Oh, come
but
on.
when something raises a red flag, no, this is their excuse that this is what they are trained to do. So basically, Wells Fargo didn't issue no apology or nothing like that. They said this is what they're trained to do,
and they're going to get sued.
Yeah,
and she's going to win. They have the option to do whatever they want. She's going to get paid. You know, if the thing that gets me the most about this, you know, is the age of the woman. Like,
right.
Elders have a special place in my heart, just personally.
Right.
Huh? If a 78-year-old racist white lady with a Klan's hat on, calling me the N-word, trip and fell, I promise you I will help her up. Because of her age.
Right.
So it's more outlandish to... We already know the racism. We cover these stories every day. Like, we could, like, kind of cut the lights off and you could just rewind every Man Cave 1 and show that we do. Because we cover these... Although we should keep covering them.
Right.
But as an elder, it is particularly egregious. It goes beyond black and white and whitey and a man and prejudice and everything. For you to disrespect that elder who is a doctor, it's tantamount to saying, I don't know, kids get pulled over in a white neighborhood and she just got off the plane from China. But she can't get off the plane. What, you follow what I'm saying? Like why can't she? Right? What look, Norm, your passport. Where you coming back from, Norm? Japan. Sure, you just came back from Japan, black man. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what? Why would you just assume that?
Like, you know what it is with me? I think it's to the point that I think because so much is going on. Like we're I think all of us as a nation are overly sensitive. We're quick at the trigger. We're quick to get offended. We're quick to feel some type of way about somebody doing or saying something wrong, right? Whether it's a joke or not, like we said, comics, they go out, they do their job. If I'm a white person and I go to, let's just say, I don't know, God rest his soul, if Bernie Mac was still alive, You have to expect for Bernie Mac to say some shit.
I agree.
He's gonna say some shit the same way he slipped there and said, "Yo, don't let me babysit your kid, cause I punch him in the throat."
Right.
Of course, we don't think it's funny for somebody else to put their hands on our child, but you're going to a comedian's show. So with me nowadays, I don't take racism to the point where I let it affect me so much to say, because I get offended when I hear, oh, these black people, whatever, always acting like how they always do, like animals. I don't believe all black people are animals, because we have a lot of black people who are poised, who have couth. We have a lot of Hispanic people who don't walk around with shanks in their bags. We got a lot of white people who aren't mental and then just don't start. So my whole thing,
let me see your bag.
You already think I carry a shank. You already check my bag.
Why is no? If you find it, don't pull it out on the air, please.
I don't have. Those are just my tweezers.
No,
but
no.
Look,
Kiss got
like
a taser.
My whole thing is taser. No, I just have my tongue now. That's my verbal weapon right now. But I'm at a point right now, honestly, where whether it's a racial thing, whether it's just a common courtesy thing, whether it's just I'm human just like you are. I am now learning to treat myself to not give anybody the benefit of the doubt. I think that might be somebody I'm calling. I'm at a point where I just start treating people accordingly. Like honestly, after I heard Nia's story or whatever, like I'm always paranoid. Like I walk in the street, people, my friends are always saying like, "Yo, like what's good with you? Like you always walking around, you always looking around." I've had boyfriends like, "Oh, what you looking around for? You think somebody watching you? Think the other nigga?" Like doing dumb shit like that. I'm alert. So now I don't care who you are. You could be the Chinese lady selling flowers. Anybody at this point can
Caller,
jump
hold on
up.
one second.
You know what I'm saying? Anybody at this point can jump up. It could be a 12-year-old child that's sitting next to you on the train and decide that when this lady gets up and walks over, I'm gonna rob her. It could be anybody. The same way once how Will said, I'm very empathetic to elderly people too. I had a grandmother who I loved dearly who passed away. I remember one time trying to help a lady up the stairs with her bag, and she was like, "Don't touch me. I don't want your Spanish hands on me."
Wow.
People walk around all day thinking that I'm black because I'm light skinned and my hair might be a little bit coarse. I get it too. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's not even about being sensitive. It's about treat people accordingly. Like if you're in a situation, treat that situation as such. That doesn't mean that situation means that everybody else that you approach is gonna be the same way.
No doubt. Caller from the 646. State your name, where you calling from. You're on the Man Cave Morning Show. Welcome.
Good morning. Good morning. This is Quentin calling all the way from Athens, Georgia.
What's up, Q?
Athens, Georgia.
Hi.
What up, Keith?
What's going on?
What's up, my good brother?
Oh, man, let me tell you, it's a beautiful day down here. Of course, I have to call in and show support, number one. Number two, my beautiful sis right there, Keitha. What's good, girl?
How are you?
I'm good.
Okay.
I appreciate the topic this morning. You know, it's that bigger picture. Of course, you know, it's a sad situation. We have someone who's an elderly person who has to deal with racial issues amongst, you know, whatever health issues they have. You know, they don't always have the best of ability to get around, and then you have people who just want to do things to make or add to the already problem that's already there. But, you know, you think about the situation, especially just kind of going back to what you guys were talking about with that situation with the bank. You know, we just have an administration that just encourages people to do the wrong thing versus doing the right thing.
Right. Yes.
You know, you always look at what starts at the higher level, just like with a job. In a job, when things go wrong, you can look at the workers, but you have to start looking at the trickle down. The trickle-down flow of where does this come from? What kind of culture or mentality that is being pushed on this particular job set to make people do or act the way they do?
Right.
And you look at the bigger picture of the country that we're living in, the state of this country that we're living in, it is the trickle-down flow of the current administration, the attitude they have toward people who are different, period. Right. Racially, gender-wise, age-wise, their attitude toward people that don't fit a certain mold, a certain caliber, and it's the trickle-down flow that goes down to the rest of the small minds that say, hey, if the higher-ups can do it, then I can do it. And that's what we are really seeing today. People who feel like they have the ability, the right, and as they say, they feel like they have the God-given right to basically antagonize anyone and everyone that just doesn't seem to just fit what they think is right.
Right.
True indeed. We definitely appreciate you calling in, Quentin, man, and thanks for sharing your views on that, because I 200% agree.
Well, Well, keep in mind this same thing that we saw. We didn't probably live to see, but it's the same kind of attitude that existed during Hitler's reign of the Reich. It was
Absolutely,
the same
1000%
attitude,
agree.
and it's the same attitude that's being presented here in an American form. And a lot of these people don't even realize that they're buying into the same ideology that was pushed by the Reich. This thing is being pushed here too.
Yeah.
I agree, man. Thanks for calling. And let's clap that up, man. And please feel free to call back to future shows. We appreciate your viewpoint.
Absolutely, absolutely. Shout out to everybody in New York. Keith, you already know, girl.
Love you. Thank you for calling.
So I
love you too.
I would absolutely agree with the caller, which we've talked about on the show 1,000 times, that the environment is being affected by the leadership of our country, and it's a vitriolic environment, and it's giving people license. That being said, I think that as human beings, one of the ways you can stop this type of behavior is to literally bring people together. Now, we all know how I feel about pedophilia. I think it's abhorrent and you should be hung by your toes and whatever. Well, guess what? I got a job in mental health. And guess what? There's a person that came in that was convicted of that crime, did their time, went to jail, and came. And I had to serve that person. And I knew what the person, right? So now when I first started out, I'm not gonna give you no service. You need to die. I'm putting the issue of pedophilia up because we can all agree on it. Racism, people try to skirt around, and sexism and homophobia, they throw religion at you and everything.
Right.
We all agree messing with a kid, right?
Of course.
So now, am I to feel guilty just by giving this person service? Let's be 100%, and this is something that I went through. What happened? Eventually, not eventually, I did serve the person. But instead of serving the person like, it might have went to a neutral look. Right? It might have went to yes, sir, no, sir, whatever. So, brings me to a bigger picture. This idea that we don't have biases and prejudices and it's going to prevent us from doing our job is complete garbage. Right? But I think that to get the pedophilia off the table, when you start talking about racism, I think one of the ways that you can begin to address it is if people actually were just around one another. Right? The most racist white person could sit in this chair right here, right now, and laugh at a show if they were here. You follow what I'm saying? Because Norman's like, what's the solution? And what's the solution? And you always complaining about stuff. When you're around a person, it changes. That's the first thing. Second thing, to get back to this thing in general.
I don't sound like that.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I work in an all-white neighborhood. Here's the reason I don't get pulled over. The reason I don't get pulled over now is because I've been pulled over by every cop in the town. So they no longer pull me over. Why? Because they know me. Is that right? I'm asking the question. And I always know when the light comes on, hi, new recruit. Right? Every time a new cop comes on there, they pull me over and the other cop goes, that's just Dawood. Now, how am I supposed to feel about that?
Right.
Am I supposed to get angry? Of course I get angry. But Norm, if I've been pulled over and arrested 5 times, I'm like, okay. Right? Like when you said about being afraid in the neighborhood. Yeah, but you're around it. Right?
Yeah.
So you're afraid, but it ain't like the white people neighborhood afraid.
Right.
Or is it? You tell me. You tell me.
Yeah. Let me tell you, man. Bruh. First and foremost, I learned to adapt in any environment, right? So that's one of my skill sets I actually have. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I can get invited to the International Emmys and I can get invited to the American Black Film Festival, and I've been to both, right?
Yes.
But I actually carry myself different. Now, it sounds crazy.
No, it doesn't.
I adapt.
You code switch.
Yeah. So at the International Emmys, when we was at the Emmys, when they invited BKS to the Emmys to cover that, whatever like that, you should have seen how, we conducted ourselves to the point to where they all had to notice us because I made sure that me and my partner I was with and the other person we had covering it with us,
yes,
I made sure that we was on point so they couldn't have nothing to say, right? And we were the only black media there at the International Emmys, right? So we took it a step further. You know, just like they say when LeBron plays the rookie, he plays the rookie, whatever like that, whatever. But if he's playing like a Kobe, he's going to step his game up.
Go ahead.
So now when I went to American Black Film Festival, and we still carried ourselves accordingly, whatever like that. But I wasn't on pins and like walking on eggshells,
right,
whatever like that, because it was all black media, basically, because white media would not come out and cover the American Black Film Festival. And this is another reason why these film festivals, especially our film festivals, need to treat black media accordingly. Now I went to the International Emmys, and the way they fed us was phenomenal. The way they treated us was great. It was phenomenal. I ain't gonna front. We had some great food, and you could tell they put a lot of money behind it, and everything was great. You know, we were out there, and it felt grand. When we went to the American Black Film Festival, it was cool. It was cool, but everybody was trying to be better than the next person, and I saw how our media was treating each other and whatever like that. Nobody was courteous of each other, and everybody trying to get the whatever. It was a whole different ball game. So you know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, you know, it's like I just learned to adapt in situations.
Right.
You know, and I think we all have to learn how to do that. And this is why it's important. Listen, this is why it's important, even with school systems, right? If you went to school around all African Americans, right?
Go ahead.
All African Americans and whatever, and we doing what we do and whatever like that. I think it's important for the kids, the students, go take a trip to their school.
Right.
Right.
See how they do things, see another environment, you know, and whatever, so they can learn to adapt to different situations. Because I see that's a lot of the youth's problem right now. They don't know how to adapt.
Yes.
You know, and I look at certain people, like I speak to gang members, and all they know is their city and their hood and that block. They don't take, you know, nobody's taking them on trips outside to see other parts of the country, other parts of the world or whatever like that, so they can learn how to adapt. And that's all. I'm gonna leave it right there.
Right.
Yo,
I can go deeper, but I'm gonna leave it right there.
Are you taking the I'm going to have very dense conversation pills, Norm? Yo, man, you bringing up so many different, and I know we got to move on, but there's a lot to unpack there. First of all, black people do code switch, and we have to. Now, you want to get into why we code switch and racism, we could get into that as well. What I will say for youth is, from my generation, we were taught how to code switch. Why? The knife, the fork. We have to dress for Thanksgiving dinner so that people could say that we're okay because we act like them. To act black, quote unquote, is to be loud and this and that and not know how to speak the language and whatever. Now, conversely, as a media outlet, you might get treated worse than somebody that's white by another black person, right? So it's So it's like you're unpacking a lot of different issues. The issue is people think that sometimes because it's black, it's inferior. When I say people, let's start with black people first. If Norm is trying to get a contract, is he going to get lowball because he's black? But when ABC comes, then it's not even a question. You follow me? That's because black people in ourselves don't value us because we've drank the Kool-Aid. You saying a whole lot of stuff, bro. Like you need to the stuff that you said today, we could have 10 shows about each individual thing and about value. So finally, because I can hear his brain turning, like you got to move on to the next subject. Finally, it's good to know how another person does things. It's good to know how to adapt. But we have to also address this inferiority that we have, which is black is less, white is more, or the fact that I'm judged by the way that I talk, right? If I use profanity, I get judged. I get judged by using big words. You don't talk. You follow what I'm saying?
Right.
I think that America is starting to come to grips with the fact that black people and Chinese people and Asian people and for so long it's only been one group, one dominant group, just calling all the shots. Now what you're seeing happening is, hey, guess what, America? Women gonna start calling the shots. Gay people gonna start calling the shots. Native Americans, and we just kind of come to grips with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Learn how to adapt, people.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir.
Let's read some comments.
Yes.
Let's go back to Demetria.
Demetria said, "I'm proud of my race, but sometimes my people embarrass me." And I feel, I mean, hey, I feel like we should do better. I feel like if we put pride into what we build and support, build and support our own, we would be a better people. If you want others to.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
If you want, where are we? Okay, if you want others to respect us, black people need to start respecting ourselves first.
Clap that up.
Agreed.
Yeah, I
Put the
agree.
clap on it.
I agree.
Dee Dee Graham.
The passion on this panel is awesome. Dee Dee Graham also said, "Pull people back to topic, help them think critically."
Yeah.
Oh God, some of us don't think critically at all.
Donna Dukes.
Hi, Storm Norm. I agree with the basic principles that you are speaking about, but what we have to understand is that the system, in quote, was designed to separate and confuse us to think that we must compete with one another. I'm sorry, where are we? Okay. Where we at? Okay, we have always had to fight.
Yes, for the scraps that are handed out.
Let's be real. The current administration is the reason that these closet races are surfacing. Calling the cops whenever they feel that they are being stepped over, etc. It is BS, and we need to address all the issues that are on the spot. Think they are being, yes.
Stepped over.
You got it?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Rolled up. Remember my glasses. My eyes don't work that fast.
Dee Dee Graham, when we talked about the bank situation at Wells Fargo.
I'm so done with the foolery to tell her where to get checked later.
Right.
That's that Plainfield coming out, Dee Dee.
Yeah.
Dee Dee Graham.
As a mental health professional, you have to put it behind you and help the patient. I understand your emotions. Your own emotions can get in the way, but we have to get past it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
True indeed.
Dr. Du said, "It's true, Norm. We brown, black, and other so-called minority people have to learn to adjust to our environment, which is why we exemplify the definition of diversity. It's sad, though, that we are always the ones that have to learn these principles.
Yes.
But it's also our blessing because,
Yes.
as Grandma used to say, we can make $1 out of 50 after 50 cents. Not as many of us jumping off the roofs when we go broke."
True indeed. Wow.
We have always had to adjust to dominant culture.
Yes.
The problem is that dominant culture, unquote, is now learning to adjust to us.
Yes.
Right. Barb. Let's read Barb.
When it comes to racism, do we really need to continue to teach our children to adapt to white society? It's time to live our best black lives. We need to adapt to the greatness of being black.
There's a lot of greatness to it,
Of course.
but you have to prepare the youth.
Yeah.
And this is why I'm saying about
Right.
adapting.
Come on.
You got to prepare us to
Come
deal
on.
with all types of situations. You know what I'm saying? If I was around, put it this way, if my children was just around in a black school all their life, in
Come
just a
on.
black city all their life, and all they saw was black people, then when they get around Spanish people and they start speaking a certain language or whatever like that, when they get around white people and other cultures,
Right.
they're gonna experience a shock. Like, I don't know how to react to this situation.
Yeah, yep.
You know what I'm saying? So this is why I'm talking about teaching them how to adapt and be prepared for situations. You know, this is the real world we live in. So it's not no fantasy Disney world that we live
Right.
in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we know within ourselves to love and respect our culture.
Exactly.
We know that. You know what I'm saying? So that should be instilled in us regardless. But we still have to know how to deal
Right.
with
I
other
100%
people
agree.
and be ready for when we're
I
faced with
100%
things like
agree.
racism. So if you're taking
100%
your children
agree.
to this
Exactly.
all-white school and then somebody does say to them, nigger,
Oh, yeah.
You know I'm about to go there, but go ahead.
you prepare them that this may be said to you and this is how you handle
Right.
it.
But also understand that as much preparation as you may go through with your children, right? Because my mother prepared me for all that. Like, my mother was she was very insightful. She always put me on. I used to watch Bruce Lee movies. My mother was a crazy, Bruce Lee fan, and we used to always watch boxing together. And she opened up my eyes to things that I never thought as a girl that I would be intrigued by. But at the same time, you're gonna be put in a situation. People have to always put in their mindset that no matter what we're trained for, and no matter what we're taught, you're gonna always find yourself in a situation where it's something other than what you were taught. You get what I'm saying? Like, I was taught about racism. I read, whatever books I read when I was growing up, whatever the case was. But don't ever think, and this is the problem I think most of us have, that because we're taught, we think it'll never happen to me. Therefore, people aren't really prepared. You get what I'm saying? If I'm raising a child to know all these facts and to understand that this is how life is, you got to understand that this might happen, this might happen, this might happen. I'm saying it to say, prepare yourself because it may even happen to you. Because I never thought, even though my mother told me all these things, that it would happen to me until when I told you the last time I went to go see Mississippi Burning in 6th grade. And this woman was shushing because all our friends were reacting to what was going on, and it was hurtful. And you figure, like, most of my friends were black. You get what I'm saying? And they're reacting to, oh my God, this is what happened? This is what happened to our people? And she's shushing us, talking about, y'all need to shush because it's exactly why they did that to y'all. You get what I'm saying? And when I reacted, people were like, well, I remember one of my teachers saying, I get it, but you should have reacted that way because that showed ignorance on your part. And I'm like, how does that show ignorance on my part when she was just, you know what I'm saying? So like, I don't get what you're saying. You're teaching me all this stuff, but yet you're telling me that I was ignorant for feeling a certain type of way and reacting to the problem that still exists. You get what I'm saying? So stop thinking that you can't. People have to stop thinking that they're exempt from things happening to them as well.
Right tool for the right job. Let me say again, right tool for the right job.
Yeah.
I am I forgot the quote, but you should be prepared. To be forearmed is to be forearmed, meaning I am for every weapon in my arsenal.
Right.
Every single weapon, right? So this idea that I have to act a certain way. I am a Pan-Africanist. My daughter has read Frederick Douglass and the Negritude movement and Langston Hughes and Malcolm X and Cornel West and every Ta-Nehisi Coates. My black card is secure. Stop. But when my daughter went to Georgetown and they called her a nigger, did I expect her to raise her Pan-Africanist flag and to be outraged when she called me on the phone? No. I prepared her, and what did she do? First of all, she lodged a complaint. And when she lodged it, she didn't raise her voice, curse, use one expletive, and used Ivory Post language. That's what she did. And then, after she wrote it down, she took it to the proper authorities. And then we commiserated, right? So this idea that you're not supposed to have all weapons available to you is complete stupidity. Right?
Right.
You got to know when, where, and how to pull your black card out. Now, at my job, do I talk the way I talk now? Right? No, of course I don't. Right tool for the right job. So
adapting.
Because I am adapting. Now, watch this. If you don't adapt, you're going to get left completely, period. So I can't I'm getting emotional. I can't stand when we use another tool and people say I'm not being black.
Yeah.
If I'm in a certain milieu, of course my language is going to change. You know why? If I don't speak the language, then I can't get into the door.
And that don't mean you fake.
You don't respect who I am? It's what it is, son. Yeah, all right.
And that don't make you fake and make you... Yeah.
If I'm talking to the National Bar Association, of course my nomenclature is going to change. Doesn't make me a sellout. So this retarded idea, right, that you got to be ignorant all the time or black all the time or you're not woke all the time because you know how and when to do it. I prepare my kids to use every weapon at their disposal.
Now real quick. You have to learn to adapt without losing yourself. So, and what I mean, what I mean by that is, okay, so adapting is not, well, I got these locks in my hair, or I got these braids in my hair, whatever like that. Let me cut them out because I'm going to this job.
No, that's not adapting.
Because I'm going to this job, I'm going to this all-white school, whatever like that. No, that's not adapting. You shouldn't change. That's part of your culture.
Right. Exactly.
So if you got the locks or
now, if you want to get fresh and get neat, that's one thing. But don't do it because you feel like because that's my blackness, or that's my this, that's my that.
Right. Let me cut off my locks or whatever, so I'll be accepted. No, that's not adapting. You don't. You never lose yourself in the process of adapting. And this is what I'm trying to get across. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of us do lose ourselves when we adapt. A lot of us do become Oreo, lose our mind. Look, let's be real. It's stressful to know how and when and how. Am I right or am I wrong? And in the process of using my weapons and doing what I'm supposed to do, a lot of us get lost and forget who we are, and then we become other than ourselves. I'm sorry, General. Go ahead. You're just making me passionate about that.
No doubt. Shout out to Tim Beverly, Juanita. What's up, sis? Barb. Barb said we can learn to adjust, but we no longer need to adapt.
Right.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah. I feel you on that though.
No, I respect the opinion. I mean, come on, let's talk about it.
Right.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we always have to adapt, but I think I know where she's coming from.
So when my grandmother
they
came
had to eventually deal with other race nationalities. That was Dee Dee.
When it comes to racism, do we really?
No, we read that. We read that already. Okay. Yeah. Juanita said, "Well, perfect way to handle that situation." Talking about your daughter with Georgetown.
Right.
Yeah, so, and y'all can call in. Phone line is open,
646-233-1302.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah, you going crazy today, boy.
I'm just saying.
You wilding today, Norm.
It's a lot. It's a lot to go in on. It's a lot to go in. So we'll switch the dynamic.
Okay.
We'll switch the dynamic, and we're going to talk about, and we're going to explain this because it's funny because when I put up, as soon as I put up the topic, and everything, people like, oh, explain that to me. So
back to the regular man cave morning show.
So let's go what we was discussing before the show.
Yes.
Do you have an emotional side piece? Do you have an emotional side piece? What does that mean?
Break it down.
What does that mean? Okay, so you're in a relationship. Communication starts shutting down in your relationship. She works, you work, whatever time you get home, whatever, she's ready to go to sleep, And when y'all do connect or whatever, y'all sit down, y'all have a quick meal. How was your day? How was your day? How was your day?
Oh, I'm sorry about your job.
Oh, blah, 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 whatever like that. Y'all don't have the same communication. There's no laughter. There's no playfulness. You don't feel like you can vent to the person you with. So just say you go to work.
That was a hard press.
Or you got a friend of the opposite sex.
I love General. I'm sorry. I love this guy.
You have a friend of the opposite sex or whatever. You start sharing with them. Oh, blah, 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 blah.
Kids starting to shake. Starting to rock back and forth.
It's a rough day, blah, 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 blah. And they listen to you, right? Y'all start talking about something funny. Y'all laughing together. Y'all got jokes. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. She see you hungry. Whatever. Like, oh, hey, you want something to eat? I'll get something. Okay, tomorrow I'll buy you lunch. Blah, 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 blah. Y'all experiencing everything but the physical aspect. That's actually your emotional side piece. That is your emotional side piece. And a lot of people really don't want to see it that way, but you may have an emotional side piece and you don't even know it. Now, how do you handle that? Woo?
No, I'm gonna give it to kids first.
No. Go ahead. Well, I gotta think this one through.
Okay, so this is why I'm laughing. I'm about to rat on Norm. Person that's close to Norm. Yeah, I'm about to snitch. Person that's close on Norm had this problem, right? And me and Norm start going back and forth about
a family member. Go ahead.
Yeah, I didn't want to go there, but person that's close to Norm had this problem, right? Person is married, and person has a very good female friend. You understand me?
Yes.
Okay, so now Norm starts extolling the virtues of a man having the ability to be friends with a female. I mean, let's stop. We're all mature here. We're all this. We're all that, right? So
I like how you.
So
that's
no,
right? You guys start talking about that
I play the devil's advocate, right? So I switched it, right, and I said, okay, if that's me and my brother, what's the first? If my brother comes to me and says, look, my wife is not, we're not getting along. We're having problems, but I got this friend over there, and she's my friend. Please fill in the blank. Tell me what is the first question Dawood would ask his brother. The first question I would ask my brother is, did you smash? The absolute first. Now, my friend and my cohort and my associate, why, yes. Men and women could be friends all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But to my brother, who there's no barriers, there's no political correctness, and no right, wrong answer,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say, did you smash? He going to say no. Next question I'm going to ask him is, do you want to? He going to say yes. I'm going to say, okay, if you do that, what will happen to your marriage? The reason that you call her the side piece
Mm-hmm.
is because in our mind, we think there's always a potentiality to sleep with the woman. Yes. I have female friends. Of course I do. Of course I'm respectful. But I'm a dude.
But listen.
So come on.
So listen. So when I asked this person, right, I said like, bruh, you want to hit it, or she attracted to that?
That's the first thing we gonna ask.
But listen. He said no. He said, but I go home. You know, me and my wife, we barely talk because she's either busy or she's tired, and this and that. We barely laugh. We barely sit down and watch something together that's funny or whatever like that. So it's not intentional, but this other person is around me all the time. Is around me all the time.
What, Kiss?
We
What?
talk. We joke. You know, we eat together because we happen to be hungry, whatever like that. It's not like I want to sleep with her, but basically I experience everything with her.
What kind of music do you like?
That I don't no longer experience with my wife.
Go ahead, General.
So she's like a side piece.
Work your way
without
out of
the
this.
sex.
Work your way out of this.
She's an emotional side piece.
Why do you even? She's referred to side piece as why?
All right, think about it.
Potential.
So what is a
Why
side
she-
piece?
Yeah,
to us,
please
right?
go ahead, bro.
Go ahead. That's what. That's the mistress, the extra,
Right.
curricular
we had the
person.
That's
mistress
where
show.
I'm confused.
We had
That's
the
where I'm a little
mistress
bit
show.
confused.
So what is a side?
We
piece?
had the mistress show.
Okay,
Have
this is
another
where I'm
one.
confused because nowadays, right? Because I don't know who created this lingo, but a side angle, right, and a side chick is somebody that you're actually engaging with sexually. Also, somebody who you look towards to maybe help you out financially, or they take care of you and your kids, or they take you out and they do all the things that a boyfriend is supposed to do, just without the actual title, right? And in most situations, it's a secret.
I said emotional.
Emotional. To
I
me,
said
right.
emotional. I did not say side piece.
No. But what
I
I'm
said
saying is,
emotional
okay, but he
side
said
piece.
emotional side piece. So my thing is like a side piece to me is somebody that you're intimate with. I'm just
Okay.
saying.
Emotional side
And
piece, you ain't smashed.
Somebody
Side
that you
piece,
talking
you
to
did.
emotionally. My whole thing is this: I call that a damn friend. I got a lot of friends that I'm no. But see this. Wait, because this is where we start getting the misconception, and this is why shit gets misconstrued, and this is why we can't get along as genders because everything is always a girl can't call another guy a friend.
No.
No. Hold up. A girl can't call another guy bro, because nowadays people done made it so whack that you can't even call. There's somebody who called on the show the other day. He stays, yo, what up, sis? What up, sis? I'm like, what's good, bro? That don't mean I smashed him.
I didn't
and
say
because
you did.
what I'm saying is that's because so many chicks do that, and so many dudes be like, yo, that's my little sis. But yet y'all done had sex. Y'all done whatever. That's not your little sis. That's your little. That's whatever. You get what I'm saying? So to me, all these things that you're talking about, yeah, we talk and I might lend you money, or yeah, you hungry because I cooked. You want to eat? Yo, you want to come over and watch a movie? Blah 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 blah. I've done that plenty of times with a dude and didn't have to do nothing with them. I didn't have sex. There was no intimacy.
That's why we just said
now,
sex is not in the equation.
Right, it's not in the equation. But why does it have to be titled emotional side piece? Because
the
side
title.
piece to me is somebody that you smashing.
No, not
The
necessarily.
potentiality
How?
that
No.
you don't act on. Listen, the reason he said side piece,
Same thing
emotional,
as emotional.
it's the potentiality.
It's
I don't
the
like the
same.
title.
You may never go ahead. But go ahead.
It's in the same family as there's emotional cheating, right? There's
Of course,
emotional
of
cheating,
course.
so
That
we
I
all know
believe.
that term.
That I believe.
No, there's emotional cheating, right?
But that makes sense. I don't know, emotional
they're
side
cousins.
piece.
The emotional side
That's just
piece is the
dumb.
cousin to an emotional cheater.
Kiss.
But I have okay. So if we're gonna use the title, I have a lot of emotional side pieces, if you want to call them that I'm not even attracted to.
No, but listen.
You get what I'm saying?
But
I wanna speak
I'm
to
like,
that.
yo, like we talk
No, I
all
wanna
day.
speak to
I
that.
vent, I do whatever, and they might feel some kind of way about me. But I'm like, bro, I don't see you like that. This is what it
Okay.
is. And the minute you put that out on the forefront, that might be the reason why I just pull back and not even really speak to you after a
Without
while.
the sex,
To
again.
not, you know what I'm saying?
Without the sex,
to not create the atmosphere.
you bring this person into your zone
Mm-hmm.
to compensate for what you're not getting from the person you're with. So that's where the side piece aspect comes from. So we're not talking about physical. So you actually bring this person into your zone, into your space
I'm just saying.
to compensate for the other things you're not getting. The conversation.
It's cute. It's cute what you did. It's cute.
The intimacy, which is not sex.
Okay. All right.
The intimacy, which is not sex, and all these other things, the laughter, the this, the that. That's your emotional side piece.
I wanna break the tie between General and Kiss. I want to break the tie.
Break it.
First of all, let me snap this in half. First of all, the reason that he brought the topic up is because men are human beings.
Right.
We have feelings and emotions. And we have the ability to be in a friendship with the woman that we don't have sex with.
Okay.
Okay?
Right.
He is acknowledging that there's something lacking in his relationship.
Right.
Okay? He would like to get closer to his wife, like to communicate more, but there's a problem. Norm is saying that contrary to popular belief, there's more to us than just sex. There's more to us than just I want to smash this, that, and the other. The fact that we can get in a relationship to get our needs fulfilled. A lot of times women don't give a damn about our needs because they only think we only got one. We feel exactly the way you feel.
Right.
We feel lonely, we feel bitter, we feel jealous, we feel this, we feel that. Now here I come as the jokester and as the prankster. Let me now address Kiss. Newsflash. All your male friends want to sleep with you. Now.
What?
Okay. No, this is for the women. I'm keeping it 100. All your male friends want to sleep with you. Out of the love and the respect and the parameters of the relationship. If they're mature enough, if they man enough, you understand what I'm saying? They go, So when we I don't want to blur the lines, but I want to be honest.
And Demetria says she got an emotional side.
I want to be honest. Now the reason that I say
I want to ask Demetria a question.
Okay, but let me the reason that I'm on this thing is so now I got a friend and I'm a guy and she's attractive and I'm a guy and I have these right and we never do nothing because it's parameters. Now my relationship starts to fall off. And my emotional friend drops her boundaries. Let me be clear. Oh, it's cool for us to sleep together, Dawood. The only reason it's not cool for us to sleep together is because the woman's like, Kiss, I don't see you that way. You know why Kiss said, you don't see me that way? Because Kiss got to put it out there. Why? Because she know when she dealing with men, she has to put it out there. If that were not the case, she wouldn't have to put anything out for nothing. There would never be a misunderstanding. Now, back to Norm. Emotional side piece. Now it's not going right, and I'm suffering, and I'm this, and I'm that, and we starting to commiserate, and my emotional side piece gives me the okay. Cheating has just occurred. I'm not talking about the cheating conversation. Like, stop getting, you feel what I'm saying? Yeah. The potentiality always exists between a man and a woman. It's just what they agree to do or not.
An emotional, let me tell you, an emotional side piece, men and women see it as being safe without crossing that line. I see it as being safe.
Who sees it as being safe?
Look, listen.
Men or women?
Men too. Men too. Look,
what?
I'm not trying to cheat on my woman or whatever like that, whatever. But I can go and laugh. We could talk about the same movies, or I can go and do this, and we can, she likes the same food I like. Oh, such and such. She listens to me every time, whatever, like this or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's like these certain things that they're not getting at home. Oh, okay, babe. I'm going out to hang out at the bar for a sec or whatever like that. The emotional side piece come to the bar. They just having a drink. They just talking. They just laughing. There's no sexual intent.
So the same thing applies to your girlfriend too. Like if I'm a girl and I'm doing the same exact thing with a female friend. Does the same potential that you guys keep mentioning
if you're
apply?
Bisexual, it do.
I'm not saying I'm saying if I'm a straight woman who's just having issues at home and maybe the communication is breaking or whatever. Okay, but my thing is like, of course, if a woman is having issues at home, right? Like me, for instance, I've had situations at home that I didn't feel like there was any communication. Things were breaking down. I'm trying to wonder why. And I've spoken to like a male friend. These male friends know that I'm involved. Whether they want to sleep with me or not, got nothing to do with me. You understand what I'm saying? So in my brain, I'm thinking like maybe is the naive part of Kiss, where I feel like if I say this, if I say, yo, You know, you my homie, you my bro, whatever. I just gotta talk to somebody because I don't know where else to go, whatever, right? Regardless of the fact that they might feel a certain type of way about me, and I might, even if I know it in the back of my mind, you know what I'm saying? I've already created the atmosphere to say, like, I just need to talk.
I'm not saying that you can't feel safe around men.
No,
Okay?
I'm not saying that you're saying that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand.
So let me try to further explain.
Exactly, Timothy. The key word is emotional. We keep going back. We keep throwing the sex thing into it, and it's emotional. That's the key word.
I think it's just the side piece word.
My thing, the fact that you say side piece and not friend, that is sexual. Stop. You don't say my female friend. You say my emotional side piece. You didn't say my friend that happens to be a female. Getting back to Kiss, I want us to be open and honest for men and women to learn how to communicate.
Right.
The reason that men disconnect our biological needs, because we're animals, period. Newsflash, oh well. The reason that is the love and respect that we have for our wife, our spouse, our friends, our significant others. What I need you to understand is the reason that it works is because we choose to disconnect our biology. Because here is our biology. But as evolved spiritual human beings with wisdom and spirituality, we now disconnect. But if you want to sit up here and lie, if a man says that to me, I'm saying that is a tool that he's going to use to sleep with a woman, because he can be like, I'm not like that. Dawood is such an animal and a monster, right? He's saying that crap to try to get close to you. The reason that we can have friends is because we choose to disconnect our biology and override that aspect of our personality, right? Just like when somebody calls me the N-word on a job, I override my ability to smash him in his face. Why? Because of the consequences. So I go, doesn't mean I don't feel. But funny when it comes to sex, oh no, not me. We do override it because of the love and respect that we have for our wife. If we stop feeling respected, if we stop feeling heard, bad things happen.
Put the baby in the other room. Nah, I'm just kidding. Call her from the 404. No, I'm messing with you. Call her from the 404. State your name where you calling from. You're on the Man Cave Morning Show.
What is it? Smoke detector.
It's Demetria from Atlanta again. Sorry.
What you got? A smoke detector in the back?
Carbon monoxide detector going on, Ma?
Girl, something burning?
Bacon burning.
Oh, Lord. Get that bacon. What kind of bacon? Turkey bacon or pork?
Ooh, Lord, no, I don't mess with that old fake turkey bacon. If you're going to do it, you do it right.
That's right. That swine flesh.
Hickory smoked bacon.
That's right.
Hickory smoked.
Poke is good.
What's up, Demetri?
I'm
What's on
sorry.
your mind?
Oh, I was calling because I didn't want y'all to think I was cheating on my husband. So, when he said emotional side piece, the only reason I said it varies because sometimes a lot, like in my relationship, my type of relationship, I don't know about nobody else's, they're talking about mine. Sometimes my second, we tend to do that with each other. Like if I'm on the house with my husband and he on the house with his wife, we tend to lean on each other even if we not doing anything. Considering we all live together here.
Norm, excuse me. Norm has to explain to the new listeners, your relationship. Because there are people that don't know what's going on with you.
That's a pancake. Get off the plate. Get this bacon and go sit down.
She's in a polyamorous relationship.
Meaning that she has sex with more than one person.
Meaning that she lives with her husband, her girlfriend.
Well, officially now my second husband.
And
my wifey.
And your wifey.
Oh, let me sip my tea.
Yes.
But your wifey has a husband too, right?
She's bisexual as well. Okay.
No, my second husband is wifey's husband.
Lord Jesus, I'm confused.
I'm so
Kiss, you got it, Kiss?
No.
Okay.
You got it?
All right, please.
I have my husband is my husband, but my boyfriend is also my wifey's husband.
Kiss.
But we just
Kiss. Listen. There. Kiss. Wait. Kiss.
Do I need to go slower?
No.
Kiss. Yeah, I think you do.
Let me get a shot at this. Hey, Kiss. Come on, Kiss.
Yes.
Look, they're two married couples.
Okay.
They're also married to each other. You get me? They're two married couples. Married couple. They also married to each other. They also sleep with one another. The only caveat is, everybody, that the men don't sleep with the men. Everything else is on the table. You got me? Everything. She can sleep with her husband, or her husband's wife. The only thing that's not going down is that the two men are heterosexual. All right.
Okay, I'm up to date.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so now, Demetria, go back to your emotional
go
side.
back to your emotional side, please.
Okay, the reason that I said that is because, like I said, like I know I'm open when I talk sometimes. So, like I was saying is, sometimes, like say if me and my husband get into it, and we're not speaking, then I'll sit with my secondary, and we do all the same thing that y'all were describing. And even if it's not anything, like if we're not, because we don't, like, we ain't just getting down every day, trust me, we're too tired for all of that. But like we do tend to gear toward the opposite, like our opposite or our secondary when we're having issues, and that creates the emotional, and that's where a lot of our fights go. Instead of being adults and communicating, we just ignore it, and then we hang on to the other person until the smoke is cleared.
Wow.
But D,
probably don't make no sense.
No, D. And in your past and in the future, that person that you are leaning on for support, you have slept with. Am I correct? And will in the future sleep with that person, right? Yes or no?
Wait, what? Oh, you said.
Listen to me.
Wait.
The second.
Oh, yes.
So let me be clear.
Yes.
When she is having an argument with her first husband, she goes to her second husband. Did you hear what I said? She just said they don't have sex.
Right.
But the reason that's her second husband, because she sleeps with him from time to time. You dig what I'm saying? So what she's saying is...
That is not the reason he is my fan.
Oh, I'm not saying it's the reason. Do you sleep with both those men? That's my only point.
Yeah.
All right. I just want to be clear. No judgment, but I love you, baby. You a player.
Hey, look. So you just got pieces. There ain't no sides, no nothing. They're just pieces.
She got a stable. She got a stable.
Only reason I said it that way because people still don't understand it. They still consider me to be his side piece, or him to be mine, or vice versa, like my wifey to be my husband's side piece. People don't look at it as we are a united family or united front, you know. So that's the only reason I even do it, because even though it's not the same deal, it's the same outcome, or it's the same response to issues. You have somebody else emotionally that you lean on for that support that you're not getting at home.
Right.
So D, can I ask you a question?
Now we're cooking.
So can I ask you a question, D? Would it be, since you have built-in people that are already there, of all of the people that you deal with, would it be acceptable for you to get emotional support from an outside person that you're not like, right? So we got your situation. Now let's say it's all bad on the home front, and you can't turn to none of your spouses, right? Can you now go outside and have an emotional relationship with someone that's not in the house?
Yeah, if you're gonna read my eulogy.
Yeah.
So you're saying that's no, right?
Yo.
Is that a no?
That's a big ass no.
A big ass no.
Unless it's a therapist. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, but
yo, I got to read what Dee Graham said. Hold on,
that's my homegirl right there.
Yeah, something Dee said that caught me. She said, "Good. We talk about poly in my groups. There are lots of benefits in a poly relationship. Not for everyone, but I don't disagree with it."
It's not for everyone.
Really? Wow.
It's certainly
it
not.
ain't. You have to be secure with self.
It's not for
One thing I can say, it is not for everybody. You have to be secure with yourself to be in something like this, because people enter into poly relationships thinking that it's going to make whatever they got screwed up in their current relationship better. It's not going to do that. It's going to cause even more issues. You have to be secure with self. And that's all. You have to, because think about it. Y'all discuss it all the time about emotional baggage that you're in when you have your own relationship. Imagine that emotional baggage, and then you bring somebody else in with their emotional baggage and drop it on your phone. You just got a room full of mess.
Right.
And if you don't learn how to organize and separate and fix it, then, well.
All right, baby.
You know,
we respect. We respect. You dig what I'm saying?
cooking the bacon. Okay, let me go. 'Cause these
you
fools
and
is
your
lurking
bacon.
around my kitchen. They need to be at work, and they lurking around my kitchen waiting on this dang bacon. Two grown ass men waiting on bacon. They cook this bacon.
All right, we
Cook that bacon, girl.
Well, one of these days, we like to talk to the men on the show. One of these days.
One of these days, one of your husbands got to call in, and your wife too.
You scared?
I will too. This is my thing. You know, we have our things, and I mean, they listen, but you know, they feel like it's my thing. You know, we have our things that keep us, I guess, sane. And I like listening to you guys in my ear when I'm cooking and cleaning and taking care of the house stuff. So I enjoy listening to it, and it relaxes me. So, but I will definitely tell them to call in because they do listen.
All right.
My husband, who's a doctor, sometimes if he's in surgery early in the morning, he'll listen to you guys in the OR.
Dang.
On his phone.
Just tell him don't make no mistakes.
Drop the scalpel because he laughing.
Oh, wait. I know y'all didn't think I was messing with no broke niggas now.
No. Goodbye, baby. See you tomorrow.
No, it's only no malpractice suits. That's it.
Go make that bacon.
Go make your bacon. Get out of my face.
We'll talk to you later.
All right, y'all have a blessed one.
You too, mama.
Here's the reason. Check this out.
Whole lot of bacon going on.
I love our listeners, man.
Here's the reason why. Here's the reason why I got to disqualify myself from that. Okay, because Dawood is a sexist and a hypocrite. So I could have two wives, right? But you damn sure ain't gonna have another husband. So since I recognize my hypocrisy, it's more than just me being a hypocrite. I'm not built. You see what I'm saying? I couldn't pull that off. But here's the hypocrisy. Yeah. We can have long as I gotta have all the wives I want. But I don't want the woman having a husband. You follow what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now, all joking aside, that's a lot. You know what I mean? I try to keep it monogamous. Or like the rest of the world, you get in trouble with your wife, you go cheat, you mess up, you get embarrassed, go save me, Jesus. Right? I just think that that's not for everybody. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like, I'm on the monogamy.
And believe
thing.
it, much as you're not trying to get with the term, there is emotional side pieces. I see it a
It's
lot.
not that I'm not trying to get with it. I was just a bit confused because maybe that's a simpleton to me. Like I hear something.
It's the difference between a friend. An emotional side piece is actually a step up above a good friend. It's a step up.
General, what is the step up?
You know what it is? I think in my brain,
she's mimicking the things that the wife should be doing.
General, so if you're mimicking the things that the wife should be doing, now you're telling me she's doing everything that the wife should do.
Or your girlfriend.
Okay, so now you're telling me she's doing everything that the wife should do except one thing, which is sex. You just said she's mimicking. She's mimicking
every
everything
aspect
that your wife is not doing.
Yeah, the reason why it's emotional side because you're not talking about sex, but the sex.
So can I ask you a question? Can I have a friend that mimics everything, but she not be a side piece?
If a friend of the opposite sex,
yes,
and you're in a
mimics
relationship,
everything.
No, because certain things that she may mimic, it crosses the line. It becomes disrespectful. So there are disrespectful aspects to an emotional side piece because there's certain things like your wife really should be doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, your female friend or whatever, she's taking you to the doctor.
So let me ask you a question.
She's sitting down, whatever, like that.
Let me ask you a question.
Y'all watching a movie, y'all going out to the movies together. You doing whatever. Like, there's certain things that crosses the line.
So let me ask you a question.
A basic friendship.
Would a man be comfortable with his wife having emotional side?
It's the
piece?
same thing. I'm saying emotional
would
side
you be
pieces go both ways.
I know. So, do you think a man would be comfortable with that relation? With that, like, oh, this is my emotional. Like, you were open and honest. I certainly wouldn't be. I'd be like, yo, you need. I'm a chin check. Period.
That's not gonna happen.
Stay here, partner. Only one stallion in the stable. I don't give a damn what you talk. Get y'all my face.
Donna Dukes. Let's read Donna Dukes.
I hate y'all.
No. Kiss. I cheat on you. You don't cheat on me. No.
Hold on. Every time.
Kiss, you can have sex with a woman, but not a man.
Donna Dukes.
Listen here. Only I make that decision.
Dig it.
Okay. Donna said that's interesting that the caller mentions being secure. If there was true self-esteem and security within the initial relationship, they would do all that was necessary to maintain the emotional, physical, and spiritual balance without the side piece. Just my opinion.
Okay, clap that up.
Yes.
We're gonna
That's
clap
an
that up.
opinion. What can I say?
It's an opinion, yeah, exactly.
DT, what's up, DT? DT said the side will always
Love.
love to hear what's going on in your relationship. That will give them other opportunity to will you into the challenge
your mates. Yeah.
Absolutely,
Absolutely.
1,000.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree. Clap that up.
Clap
Yes,
that up.
yes.
Dee Dee Graham. This
Taking-
read
okay.
Dee Dee Graham.
Taking sex out of it. Look at the benefits. Bringing sex back in. Boundaries need to be set. In my group, we actually have a poly family discussing their relationship. Awesome.
No doubt. Wow.
This is new to me, yo.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
You learn something new on the Man Cave Morning Show.
Polyamorous, there are people that rock
This is
with it
very
and it
new
works.
to me. But
And it doesn't make them bad. That's just what they do.
Barb said
That's
Demetria
so
and her family might be on to something, minus the kids. Oh, Lord, don't y'all all start thinking
Yeah.
about being in polyamorous
Wait.
relationships.
Let me
That's
tell you
not
What
going to
did
happen.
Julius just say? Can we please what?
Hold on.
Julius crazy
How
ass.
far to go back?
Right there.
Right there.
Can we please get Demetria on the show with her significant other, please?
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
You know what I think is interesting? That the people that are co-signing on the chat are female. Because if men
Very
were
interesting.
co-signing it, if men were co-signing, we're just dogs and pieces of crap.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Females co-sign it. You know why? You know
Why,
why
sir?
females
Why?
the same way men would co-sign it, so they can have their cake and eat it too.
Absolutely.
Let's be honest.
I agree.
That
I
is
totally
what
agree.
polyamorous relationships is really about.
I'm sorry. I'm laughing.
Having your cake and eating it too.
Because I had
Let's
a
keep it
conversation
300.
with my daughter's
Go
godfather.
ahead.
Last week he was like, "What's with this? You have your cake and eat it too." That's the stupidest freaking phrase. Like, obviously, if I got my cake, I'm gonna eat it too.
Right.
Like, it's so dumb. Like, it's not even about having my cake and eat it too. It's about people put themselves in situations where they know that they have control over it. You get what I'm saying? If I'm with somebody, I'm
Right.
with somebody. But if I'm with somebody that in their brain, we automatically have an arrangement. We know that, I might be with him just with him, right? And I don't deal with nobody else
Come
for
on.
whatever reasons, whether
Come
it be
on.
emotional, physical. I was in that situation. I was dealing with somebody who was a friend, never looked at him in that way. But when I say he pursued and pursued and pursued, and I always said no for whatever reasons.
Go ahead.
Whether I was in a relationship, maybe I wasn't feeling him, maybe I didn't know that I
Come
was
on.
feeling him and didn't know it.
Come on.
Then I get into the situation, and now it's you're completely inconsistent.
What do you mean?
You're meaning that everything that you were selling, the dream you were selling prior to me even saying yes.
Oh, you decided to give him a
Now
shot
you want to,
and he dropped
and
the ball.
now you want to be,
Okay.
oh shit,
So,
oh.
okay.
Now you fell off the damn
Hold on.
cliff.
Let me-
So
let me-
now, wait. So now the insecurities start building in because you're lacking, right? Because you thought you was the man, you thought you was the shit. Now all of a sudden, what happened? Your legs broke, your fingers broke. You don't know how to call nobody, whatever,
Okay.
whatever. And then when I digress and I fall back and say, well, I'm not gonna chase your ass. 'Cause at the end of the day, Akisa is not self-absorbed. I'm not what's the word? Conceited. I've never ever thought of myself as beautiful. I don't think of myself as this being that everybody fucking wants. But yet every guy that I've ever been with always had what you said. Oh, everybody that's your friend's gonna want to sleep with you. And I get it, right? But I still decide to say who I want and who I don't want, where my boundaries
Of
are. I
course,
consider my
of
friends,
course,
and I have a
of
lot.
course.
I have more male friends than female friends, and right away it's because you're lacking, and I'm pointing out your insecurities. Now it's somebody's in your ear, somebody's doing this. No, nigga, you just inconsistent,
Kiss.
and you're.
Let me-
I'm sorry with the N word, clown. Now we got to do this with the emotional, and that's why that's confusing to me because I have a lot of people that I vent to. I speak to Norm all the time. That don't mean I'm sleeping with Norm.
Yeah, I know.
You get
I
what
know
I'm
you
saying?
It's a different dynamic though.
I know you.
But that's the confusing part because why is it a different dynamic? If you're my friend and you know that I confide in you in everything, I tell you, you know that. I tell you everything. You probably know more than a couple of my female friends do. Does that mean that we're engaging in some shit that we
No,
don't
you
need
take it, then I want to
You
take
get
it.
what I'm saying?
You take it, then I want to take
That
it.
title just bothers me.
It's a total different dynamic. And see,
I don't
I
get
think
it. I'm sorry.
Donna hit on it. Let's read this comment right here.
Just
I like what Donna said.
know that the side piece doesn't have to deal with the real issues in the relationship. It's all about fun and telling of the other person what they want to hear.
That's the different dynamic right there. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
But I don't need nobody to tell me what I want to hear. I need somebody to be real.
Right.
At the end of the day, that's not why I'm telling you
Didn't
shit.
say your emotional side piece was your friend. Never said that. See?
But what if it? I'm saying, what if it is?
That's.
You get what I'm saying?
No, but that's the dynamic. They're a friend. How we conduct as friends and good friends. That's a different dynamic.
Right. But if you're not a good friend to me, I'm not telling you my business. You get what I'm saying?
But emotional side piece. the friend factor is just it's the compensation that person is looking for from that emotional side piece. He's compensating for something that they're not getting. That's what I'm saying. So they're actually looking. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Like we're naturally friends and we naturally do for each other. So that's different. That's what I'm saying. It's a different dynamic. You know what I'm saying? But that person that has that emotional side piece is actually using them. They're actually using that person for that compensation for what they're not getting at home.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get what I'm saying?
No, I've been got that. I was just referring to what Dawood said earlier to say that with some situations it's hard to have an emotional side piece when you know that everybody, all of your friends or whatever, want to sleep with you. So how do we divide the two?
I want to, because I know we got to go, but I want to rewind and tape. First of all, as a new guy, let me tell you something. These two people are friends, and it's real. And now they're my friends, but I'm the new guy, so I can be objective, right?
Right.
I witness living proof that men and women can be friends and good friends, and absolutely nothing happen. Because like everyone around this place, that's a woman is good looking. So okay, so I want to take that off the table. I need to go back to Kiss before we get off the air. She said, "I got a friend that I never saw in that way." That is what she said. She said that.
I have a few friends I don't see.
That she never saw in the way.
Right.
Then she said, she changed and said, "Okay, I'll give you a shot." Then she went on this rampage about how he dropped the ball and he wasn't doing what he was supposed to do. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the fact that she had a friend. And he never crossed boundaries. He never felt icky. Like, you know how guys is icky and thirsty.
I can't. But this friend wasn't an emotional side piece is what I'm saying.
Okay,
I never opened up to this person like that.
But I just want to, and then we're going to get back to emotional side piece.
Thirsty Jenkins over
there.
Thirsty,
Norm be like, "Good morning, Dawood. It's Monday. You're thirsty. Good morning, Dawood. It's Tuesday. You're thirsty.
Thirsty Jenkins.
Good morning, Dawood. It's Wednesday. That's why I'm laughing. You're thirsty. Good morning, Dawood. Okay.
We're going to start calling him TJ.
Thirsty Jenkins. So, I think it's making my point.
I can't stand y'all.
I think it's making my point that we need to be honest about the way men think. That's all I'm saying. I forget all of the semantics. Forget all of this. Stop. It's always a potentiality. Now, whether you choose to meet it or not, now, if as a woman, if you want to be if you want to be naive to the fact, if you don't want to recognize it, if you want to crotch it in another way, feel free. But here on the Man Cave Morning Show, we tell you how men think. I'm done.
No doubt.
I'm done.
I get it.
Wow.
All right.
Look, man, I'm looking at the time. It's been amazing.
Thirsty Jenkins.
Yo.
TJ, I'm changing. I'm changing.
Jeffries,
Just know that after today, I'm changing your contact in my phone as TJ.
See?
You're no longer woo woo.
Okay, that's cool. Long as you don't cut me
TJ
off. And that's so foul because I was honest.
Thirsty Jenkins?
No, I didn't know he was calling you that.
No. Call me whatever you want because it happens to be true. Only thing that's not true is I'm Thirsty Jeffries, bruh. Don't call me Thirsty. I'm Thirsty Jeffries. TJ. So, look, as long as you don't cut me out of your contacts, I don't give a damn what you call me.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, my God. Wait, can you go back to the comments real quick? Real quick.
There was another
somebody
one.
was
Don't come up
me
in here with a big butt and a smile. Thirsty Jenkins is on it.
Kiss friends. Right there. No. Go up a little bit. Go up a little bit. Right above DT.
Yes, I is.
All right. This one?
No, above DT.
Donna?
Yeah, kiss friends are just friends. That friends. They aren't in the relationship they gain. So they are just okay. Got it.
Yeah.
What you say about you mumbling? Everybody else couldn't hear it. Kiss friends are just friends.
Yeah.
They aren't in the relationship to gain something
for themselves.
They are
there
to support you as a friend.
Right. I get that.
Yeah.
And if you're a guy and he get the green light, he pressing the gas. Go ahead.
All right.
Okay. All right. So, and it's up to me to get the green light.
We know that.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, well, I know that.
It's been an interesting show. Shout out to everybody that's on the check-in, man. Appreciate everybody, no matter what platform you were listening to us on. Shout out to you all. I was about to say we will woo-woo, but we will be back.
Who is thirsty?
Mañana.
We'll be back tomorrow morning.
Yes.
Make sure today we got a couple shows going on.
I got to pee on myself.
There's the Let's Talk About It show. Let's Talk About It is from 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then after that is the Storm Morning Show. Yes. Shout out to Comedian Amazing. He's going to be in the building as one of our guests tonight and everything. Nice. rocking out with us. So you definitely gonna want to tune in tonight. We're gonna come back tonight with something juicy.
Yes.
For y'all to talk about, because the evening we can get a little deeper. Then then you can do your swear words. And
I'm sorry.
I'm
It's
gonna
just-
Sponsors, man. Sponsors.
Listen, me not cussing and me not reacting the way is me not being kissed. So if you want hurricane, you gave me hurricane for a reason. You didn't say
You sound like me.
drizzle kiss. Like I'm not
You
like
sound, you sound like me when Norm checked me for
listen,
cursing.
I get it.
We
sound
can
like
be
me.
passionate.
I'm just saying.
But I'm saying we could rock
Listen, I've been
our
holding back.
vocabulary without the MFs.
I've been holding back.
And the
I didn't say no
issues
MF.
and-
I held back
Sponsors,
a lot
man.
today. I held back. But tune in at 10 p.m. for the Storm Warner Show when Kiss gets to be kissed and say what the F I
You can say what the F you want on this show.
want. All right.
But I'm just
All right.
saying.
I'm just saying I held back a lot today. I'm proud of myself.
Thank you, Dawood.
Lord have mercy.
Thank you, TJ.
Anyway, shout out to everybody, man. We're coming back tomorrow. Don't forget tonight, if you are in Jersey, man, support Jersey filmmakers.
Yes. Cineplex 12.
Cineplex 12.
Jersey the series.
Yes, the premiere for Jersey the series.
D. Atkins is in that.
7 p.m. It starts. Red carpet. You're gonna see some people up in there.
Springdale and Bergen.
It's at the Newark Cineplex,
Springdale and
Cityplex movie theater. That's on
Cineplex
Springfield
12.
Avenue.
And if you guys
Right.
want further details and just updates, whatever, make sure you follow these two brothers, Alonzo Heron and Jamal Hall, right?
Jamal Hall.
So I always
yes.
say Hill for some reason. Jamal Hall on Instagram.
Yes, Jamal Hall is the
And support.
director, and Alonzo Herring is the producer, executive producer
Yes.
of this film, of these films. And again, it's Jersey the series, and they will be showing tonight episodes 1, 2, and 3. Get on it while you can. Go to this premiere tonight if you are in the Jersey, New York area. All right.
All right.
So y'all already know what it is, and don't forget, people. This Sunday, stop being late. This is going to be a very
yo.
nice place. This is where you take your girl, your fam, or whatever. You want to hang
Go
out
by
with your
yourself.
friends. Go to the Riverview Restaurant and Bar in Burlington, New Jersey. It's the Classic Groove Cigar Sunday, and this bar, this place is beautiful, and it's on the waterfront. Beautiful place and everything. It's
3
going
to
to be
9.
off the hook. 3 to 9. It's a day party atmosphere. Featuring.
It's all about vibes.
Yes, featuring from NBC's show The Voice.
Yes.
Jay Chosen. He's going to be rocking out, doing his thing. And it's going to be hosted by Linus Roars of WBKS1 Radio, the Wine Glasses Up show. She's going to be hosting it, and guess what? I'm going to be on the ones and twos. And the reason why they call this Classic Grooves, because I'm going to be playing all the classic joints that we miss, that we love, that we want to hear, that we want to rock out
Storm
to.
Norm always keep classic. Yo.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm going there. I'm going there.
It's
So
gonna
come
be
on
fun.
out.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun this Sunday. So put that on your schedule.
Your schedule.
And rock out with us, man. Going to have a great time.
And don't
this week.
forget, August 18. Who owns the mic?
Yes.
At 6. I'm sorry.
At
Express Lounge.
Express Lounge.
301 Richmond Street.
Yes.
I got it.
From New Jersey.
Damn.
Yes.
Damn.
All right. So
Yes.
that's Saturday,
Featuring
August
Riff.
18th.
Featuring Riff.
Right. Our special guest artist will be Riff from the movie Lean
Lean
on
on
Me.
Me, yes.
They're going to be doing their things. It's open mic. It's only $10 to get in, y'all. $10 to get in. You're going to see some live professional performances. And they have an awesome show.
Yes.
Again, I'm going to be on the ones and twos doing what I do, but there's going to be some, prizes. It's going to be a cash prize also for the open mic contestants as well. $10 to get in. If you get advanced tickets, you can participate in the free buffet, man. In the free buffet. All right. So come on out. It's going to be drink specials. It's going to be a lot of fun. That's August 18th. Who owns the mic? All right. So if you know some singers, spoken word artists, comedians, they need to sign up. They need to register for us. All right.
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
you already know what it is, man. Thank y'all for joining us today on the Man Cave Morning Show. Clap yourselves up. Salute to you all. And we will see y'all tomorrow morning. Kiss, you got some music?
Yes,
yeah.
I'm gonna start playing characters. My first character, Thirsty Jenkins.
Thirsty Jenkins.
That's right. It's my first character.
That's right. Start putting it on Instagram real quick. Hey, this Thirsty Jenkins.
Yeah. Bad.
Peace and blessings. Love you all. Salute.
Bang, 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 bang. Respect. See you tomorrow.
Oh, wait a minute.
Exactly. I'm waiting.
But wait, it gets worse. Hey.
This show is never about us.
Hey.
It is about you.
Because you are the next best kept secret. See y'all
Peace,
tomorrow.
you guys. Love y'all.
Bang, bang, bang.
Exactly.
Where you at?
I cannot.
Did you just do that?
I cannot.
I cannot. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yo, this is Chris Spencer, and you're on BKS1 Radio.
Hey, it's your girl Chanel, BKS1 Radio, and I'm here with the beautiful Garcelle Bouvet.
I'm paying you later.
Hey, I'm the queen of comedy some more, and right now you're rocking with BKS1 Radio.
BKS1 Radio Network. I'm here with the amazing Miss Tasha Smith. How you doing?
I'm doing so good. Thank you for coming out.
Yes.
I really appreciate it.
Hello, Denise Boutte. Hey, what's up? Shout out to BKS1 Radio. See you soon.
Brick City's finest, J.D. Williams. I'm in the Savage Podcast Studio, chilling at BKS1 Radio.
BKS1 Radio. I'm here with the legendary Mr. Dick Gregory. How you doing today, sir?
Fantastic, brother, and thank you.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Jamie Foxx, BKS1 Radio. What's going on with you?
Storming on. This is George Dr. Funkenstein Clinton for BKS1 Radio. They be doing the dog, y'all.
Yo, this is Chris Spencer, and you're on BKS1 Radio.